time of the year, it's when you start to pay attention to the loss column. Having said that, I like the Chargers. Good, guys.
Well, I'm a former Steeler. I want to pick the Steelers, but they're missing half of their starting secondary. They're missing their best pass rusher, and the quarterback hasn't practiced all week. So I have to take the Chargers.
We've challenged the Chargers all night long with getting the big plays back. They're going to get them back tonight. I'm picking the Chargers.
All right. So we got a little spread there. The old desk here going for the Chargers. We'll see what happens. It should be an interesting matchup with these teams. Let's see if Roethlisberger has rust or not. Those were tonight's home team picks brought to you by Lowe's. I'd like to thank Michael Irvin for lending me his suit here tonight. A huge game in the AFC playoff picture coming up. The 5-3-1 Steelers, the 5-4 Chargers. And on tight to get into the AFC, who gets a leg up? I'm going to thank you. Chris Michelle coming up. Carrie Underwood kicks it off. Enjoy the game. We will see you at halftime.
The Holiday Sunday Night Kickoff. Spanish language audio provided by Telemundo Deportes. Or watch tonight's game in Spanish on Universo.
Into baby food.
Monday night on 6 News at 11.
Days into happy nights. Our battery AK Home Runner series starts at just $199.99. Real steel. Find yours at over 10,000 local steel dealers.
Stay big during the season of inspiration at Blaze Alexander Mazda. Check this out. 2021 Mazda CX-30 all-wheel drive. All power options and more. You pay $25,987. A 2021 Mazda 6 sedan. All power options and more. You pay $26,712. A 2021 Mazda CX-9 Grand Touring all-wheel drive. You pay $43,174. And your car has never been worth more than it is right now. Check us out online at blazealexandermazda.com. And remember, tell them Johnny singing.
This holiday season, my good friend gave to me. Spelling normal tickets, 6 matchless chances. 4 cash for life, 3 pick 3s, 2
Happy holidays, Rita.
Thanks, Joe.
What a great gift. Pennsylvania lottery tickets make great gifts, like $1 million, merry and bright.
Happy holidays.
And best wishes from the lottery.
At Memorial Highway Chevrolet, we put the give in Thanksgiving.
We give quality collision repair. We give quality workmanship. We give decades of experience. We give great deals.
We give superior customer service.
We give an amazing buying experience.
Today and every day, we give you our commitment that you will always have an exceptional experience at Memorial Highway Chevrolet.
Memorial Highway, easy to find way.
The Sunday Night Anthem, delivered by Uber Eats.
Now let me welcome everybody to the Wild Wild West as we've been waiting all day for Sunday night football. The 5-3-1 Pittsburgh Steelers on the road in Inglewood, always up to no good, taking on the 5-4 Los Angeles Chargers. Big Ben Roethlisberger active, will start, will play. Did not play, of course, last week against Detroit Lions on the COVID-19 reserve list. Active, though, tonight on Sunday night football against Justin Herbert and the Bolts. He flew separately from the team. They activated him yesterday. He will play. However, the Steelers on defense going to be without TJ Watt, Joe Hayden, and Minkah Fitzpatrick all out tonight. So who steps up on defense? Well, up front, you still have Cameron Hayward in the middle. You still have at linebacker Devin Bush, along with Alex Highsmith, Joe Schobert, and Robert Spillane to step up a little bit. And then in the back end, Cameron Sutton along with James Pierre at cornerback, Trey Norwood as well, Terrell Edmonds, and Carl Joseph at safety. Keep an eye out for those names tonight on the Steeler defense. As Sunday Night Football is about to kick off from the City of Angels, we are California dreaming with Al Michaels, Chris Collinsworth, and Michelle Tafoya on the call. NFL Sunday Night Football on NBC. Thank you for tuning in and listening. As always, I'm your host, Encyclopedia Sports, Coy and Luke 96. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description below with that thumbs up button. Share hashtag NFL, hashtag Steelers, hashtag Chargers, hashtag SNF for Sunday Night Football, along with the hashtag PIT for Pittsburgh versus LAC for the Los Angeles Chargers. Chat questions and comments, super chats, super stickers, always greatly appreciated. Last week, the Steelers tied and the Chargers lost. The Chargers lost at home to the Vikings to fall to 5-4. They now host the 5-3-1 Pittsburgh Steelers. The black and gold tying the Detroit Lions, who are still winless after today as well, at 16 apiece. Pittsburgh 5-3-1, LA 5-4. The Chargers are a 6-point home favorite, but Roethlisberger back. Expect the Steelers to run the football with rookie running back number 22, Najee Harris out of Alabama. Rock the Naj, open up the play action to Deontay Johnson. Chase Claypool also returns from injury. James Washington and Ray McLeod need to go to the tight ends more this evening as well. And Eric Ebron and Pat Freiermuth. And then, as mentioned, who steps up on defense with injuries and COVID-19 reserve list. As TJ Watt is out with an injury, so is Joe Hayden, Minkah Fitzpatrick on the COVID-19 reserve list, out this afternoon. So who steps up is the big question. Who makes plays when the game's on the line? Run the football, stop the run as well. The Steelers are going to have to stop Austin Eckler and Justin Jackson in order to win. Going to have to bring pressure, just as they did last week, on Jared Goff to Justin Herbert, the second-year quarterback out of Oregon, who won Offensive Rookie of the Year last year. He has weapons around him as well, replacing Phillip Rivers, Keenan Allen, Mike Williams. Go to the tight ends and Jared Cook and Donald Parmar and see what gives then at that point. Pittsburgh, run the football, stop the run, play field position, turnovers, penalties, and special teams also will once again play a factor tonight. LA is the favorite as they're at home, but it looks once again from SoFi Stadium like another Pittsburgh Steeler home away from home game on Sunday Night Football against the Chargers. So we'll kick off momentarily, about 2 minutes away. We'll see who's on kickoff and who's back deep to receive. Of course, who gets the ball to begin the second half then as well. But Pittsburgh's going to have to start fast, but keep it balanced and consistent, especially with the running game. Rock the Naj, run 22, up the middle, to the right, to the left, downfield, and score points tonight.
Los Angeles, California. It's like some people are just destined to shine here. So could it have been fate that brought him around? A kid straight out of Central Casting with all the talent in the world to back up all that amazing hair. Now the thing is, they'll love you here when you splash on the scene as an instant star. But there are no guarantees after that. So tonight, as this
The opening video package rolls, highlighting the Chargers, as they'll host the Steelers right now on Sunday Night Football, as Herbert will make his 25th career start tonight, taking over for Tyrod Taylor last year. Fever, cough, and extreme fatigue for Big Ben Roethlisberger on the COVID-19 reserve list. He's back, though. Roethlisberger back. They activated him yesterday. He will play tonight. He'll start. But keep in mind, Mason Rudolph still a backup if need be. Hopefully we don't get to that point, because we saw how last week went. I mean, Rudy didn't play bad, but at the same time, they, even with a running game, still couldn't find a way to beat the Lions. They ended up tying Detroit in overtime, as it seemed like nobody wanted to win that game, and they tie at 16. So Pittsburgh now 5-3-1 on the road against the Chargers. And Chargers on kickoff, so Pittsburgh back deep to receive. It'll be number 14, Ray McLeod, as they show us the AFC North and West standings, respectively. Chargers are going to have to win to stay in contention. Pittsburgh, same goes for them as well, but they still have to face the leading Ravens twice for the first time at home in 2 weeks. They head to Cincinnati next Sunday afternoon, but then you still play the Ravens twice, the Bengals and Browns once apiece. But tonight on Sunday Night Football, from right to left on kickoff are the Chargers. Steelers back deep to receive. And we're underway on Sunday Night Football. We'll have a touchback on the opening kick, 1st and 10. Steelers from the 25, left to right across your television screen, ready and audio dial. And now, I assume we will meet the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ben Roethlisberger, Miami, Ohio. Najee Harris, Alabama. Chris Claypool, Notre Dame. Dante Johnson, Toledo. Pat Freiermuth, Penn State. Zach Gentry, Michigan, a former quarterback. Dan Moore Jr., Texas A&M. J.C. Hausner from Alabama. Kendrick Green from Illinois. Trey Turner, a former Charger, now in Pittsburgh. And Chuk at right tackle. So, Pittsburgh, 1st and 10 from the 25. Gonna start under center. Najee Harris in the backfield. Dante Johnson in motion. Fake the end around. Hand off to 22. And the Chargers stuff him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd down and 10. And once again, thank you for tuning in and listening. Be sure to hit that red subscribe button, notification bell next to it as well if you haven't done so already. Thumbs up as well if you're enjoying and hoping for a Pittsburgh Steelers win night on the road on Sunday Night Football against the Chargers. 2nd and 10 from the 25. They officially give him a yard, so 2nd and 9, which that's just being courteous, I guess you could say. Under center again, Claypool motion, faking end around to him as well. Hand off to Najee Harris up the middle, and he gets out past the 30 to the 31. Pile still moving. They're going to roll him down to the 30 on forward progress. It'll be 3rd down and 5 for the Pittsburgh Steelers, as we now see the Charger defense, as Joey Bosa has also been activated off the COVID-19 reserve list. He is active playing tonight as well, so expect pressure from him off the edge. And in the back end, it's Derwin James and Asante Samuel Jr. So turnovers with pressure and a dump off complete to Claypool. First down, Pittsburgh at the 37. First pass, Roethlisberger now 1 for 1. Complete to Chase Claypool for a Pittsburgh Steeler. First down, move the sticks. 1st and 10, Pittsburgh. Simple crosser over the middle. He's wide open. Dump it off and get it to him and just keep it simple. Short, quick passes. Run the football. Run your screen game if you're going to. But then eventually go down the middle of your tight ends and take your deep shots. Keep the defense on their heels. Fake the give. Nice play action by Ben. Deep ball near side, and it's going to be picked off. Intended for Pat Freiermuth, and they say incomplete, out of bounds. So the Steelers luck out. That was an interception. He caught it, but they say he did not catch it inbounds, out of bounds. Incomplete. The Steelers are playing in SoFi Stadium for the first time ever. Last time these two teams met in LA was also on a Sunday night, but it was at StubHub Stadium, in which the Steelers picked up a road win about mid-October that year, 2 years ago in October of 2019. November of 2021, it was incomplete, no interception even though he caught it. He was out of bounds. Ben with a hard count gets the Chargers to jump off sides, neutral zone infraction, 5 yards offside. 5-yard penalty. Still second down, 2nd and 5.
We've talked about this before, but Bosa really was going to stop on this play.
Joey Bosa, along with his younger brother Nick Bosa, 2 former Buckeyes from Columbus, both in the state of California out west. Chargers and 49ers, respectively. Pittsburgh hasn't played the 49ers since 2019 in a game they lost on the road, but that's an NFC opponent. How the schedule shakes out, of course, AFC, NFC with the crossover, it doesn't happen unless, of course, now with the expanded regular season, it's the add-in game. That's only once every 4 years. Steelers and Chargers, for the most part, play at least once every 2-3 years at a minimum, if not sooner than that. Of course, now Pittsburgh with a 3rd and 3. Ball at the 45-yard line. This is an AFC North, AFC West matchup. Pittsburgh's first AFC West road game of the season. They'll have to go to Kansas City the day after Christmas. Over the middle, complete at midfield to Pat Freiermuth. First down, Steelers on a reception of 5. 1st and 10 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Rookie tight end out of Penn State. Came on a few weeks back in primetime as well at home against the Bears with a few touchdowns last week. Coughed up a fumble in overtime. One play later, final score is the Lions couldn't do anything. The Steelers and Lions tie at 16. A week later, well, look what the cat drug in. Here's the Steeler offense. A week after tying the Lions on the road against the Chargers. 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line officially. Play clock winding down. They're going to get it off. Hand off to Benny Snell. And Ben gets 4 or 5 yards on the run. On the handoff from Big Ben. 2nd down and medium for the black and gold. But Pittsburgh on the road this year, they've been able to win. They're 2-1. They won at Buffalo, lost to Green Bay. That was the end of the 3-game losing streak before the 4-game losing streak was halted last week with the tie. But they also went to Cleveland on Halloween, if you can recall, and won by 5 over the Browns. So run the football, play action, play Steeler defense, bend down the middle, has a man wide open to the 31, and it's Deontay Johnson, 1st and 10, Pittsburgh. Steelers moving the ball downfield on their opening drive, receiving to begin the game. 1st and 10, Steelers inside Charger territory now, 1st and 10.
becoming one of those big breakout wide receivers in the league. The amount of targets that he gets in this offense, you can kind of go to sleep. We talk about Prior Moves and some of the other guys on this team, but it has been Johnson.
Here comes a run. Pittsburgh has some hogs up front. They'll fake the end around handoff up the middle to, I believe that's Benny Snell again. It is number 24 on a 2-yard run. However, we got a penalty flag. This will probably be coming back for a hold if I'd have to guess. 5 minutes and change in. Hold on the Charger defense, actually. Okay. Should be an automatic first down. Holding on the Charger defense. 5 yards. End of the run. Automatic first down. Okay. So Pittsburgh working the clock, moving the ball downfield. Working in Benny Snell to back up Najee Harris as well. Finding a running game. Ben's been able to air it out. Lucked out with an interception because he caught it out of bounds, but score some points now. Fake the end around James Washington. Pass complete to Najee Harris on a screen, and he's going to lose about a yard or so. And then he goes down. Okay, he gets up, thank God. A little bit of a late tackle, and that left side of his body got twisted up a little bit. Hopefully he's okay. Yeah, that didn't look good at first. His left leg sort of got twisted at the end of that. And no gain on the play. 2nd and 10. Out of the gun. 3 wide. And Chargers jump off sides again. Ben knows he has a free play. He's going to go deep near side in the end zone. Incomplete. Maybe a pass interference in the end zone as well on Deontay Johnson. It falls incomplete. Offside. Automatic first down. Offside again. 5 yards. Still second down, excuse me. 2nd and 5. And they very well could have got a defensive hold on the back end of that, a defense pass interference potentially on the Chargers if they wanted to, but they didn't. But penalties and the interception that they caught out of bounds right now hurting the Chargers as they're allowing the Steelers to drive, and they're knocking on the door. Hopefully they'll score some points to begin the game. Complete, and then dropped at the first down marker by Freiermuth, 3rd and 5. That play was dead from the start, it seemed like. The ref was trying to hold him back from snapping the football because the Chargers were subbing, and then a quick snap, they go. Kendrick Green gets put on his ass, and Ben has to get rid of it because he's right in front of him, and then he takes a shot as well before the drop, and now 3rd and 5. Keep going to your tight ends. I like it. Go down the middle of the field. They have a trips and a bunch top of your screen from the 18. 3rd and 5 for Pittsburgh. Ben going to step up down the middle of the field, back of the end zone, a little too high for Deontay Johnson. Incomplete. 4th down. And here comes the Chris Wizard Boswell for a 35-yard field goal. Good play call. I mean, if, the end zone was 12 yards, he probably would have caught it and scored, but the end zone's only 10 yards deep. So, officially from 36 yards out, Boswell on the field goal. Steelers kick up and good. Pittsburgh strikes first on the road here tonight on Sunday Night Football, and the Steelers lead the Chargers early here tonight, 3-0. Thank you, Al Michaels.
It's a nice truck. Yeah, Chevy Silverado.
Update some stats from that opening Steeler drive. Big Ben Roethlisberger, along with a running game from both Najee Harris and Benny Snell. Looked pretty good on offense there, to be honest with you. They did. We'll see how the defense plays with all the injuries and such to T.J. Watt, of course, Joe Hayden, and Minka Fitzpatrick as well, who steps up when we return, but I still expect the Steeler defense to bring Steel Curtain down tonight on the road on Sunday Football against the LA Chargers. Roethlisberger 4-7 for 28 yards passing. Both running backs have 7 yards apiece. Najee 3 for 7. Benny Snell 2 of 7. And Deontay Johnson has a catch for 16 yards. Claypool 1 for 8. And Freiermuth 1 for 4. Najee, of course, had that screen pass. He called it no game on the play, though. And then very lucky he didn't do damage to his left knee as he landed awkwardly on it. But they settle for 3 after a few incompletions. They can't punch it in for 6. Hopefully that'll change. We just saw what happened with Dallas not being able to score on the road against the Chiefs earlier this afternoon and losing by 10, 19-9. Pittsburgh's eventually, once everybody settles down and settles in here tonight on Sunday Football, Pittsburgh's going to have to be able to punch it in for some points. I mean, I'll take the field goals. I'll be okay with settling if, of course, the defense is doing their job and the Chargers don't have anything either. But then if they score late and, Pittsburgh blows the lead at that point, well, then you look back, well, yeah, you shouldn't, of course, been settling for those field goals, and they should have been touchdowns when, they should have been touchdowns to begin with. But 3-0, midway through the opening quarter. The Pittsburgh Steelers lead the LA Chargers by that score right now, if you're just now tuning in. So, back from break, be Charger football, 1st and 10 from the most part, probably 25-yard line with a touchback, but we'll see if they get a return out of it or not. Hopefully no kickoff return for a touchdown by any means for the Chargers tonight. If so, well, finally there'll be some special teams involved in the return game for the Steelers for the first time all year. They do return it, and then from the 26, they'll start 1st and 10 as that's where Pittsburgh makes a stop at. So Justin Herbert from Oregon, his first ever start against the black and gold. I don't think he's ever seen a defense like this by any means, even with all the injuries. But at the same time, with all the injuries, once again, who steps up? You have Cameron Hayward up front, Devin Bush, Alex Highsmith, Joe Schobert, and Robert Spillane at backer to replace TJ. And then Cameron Sutton, James Pierre, and Arthur Millette at corner with Terrell Edmonds and Carl Joseph. And don't forget Trey Norwood at corner as well, but those players at safety too. So handoff from Herbert for a few yards up the middle, 2nd down for LA. But we'll see how this game goes. It'll be interesting to say the least. Really don't know how tonight's going to go. I don't, especially with all the injuries. But if they step up, next man up mentality. Standard is standard. You play with who you have. 4-yard run, 2nd and 6, now 5 yards, 3rd and 1. Flag on the play is going to come back for a hold. But, holding, 10 yards, they'll replay down, 2nd and 16. But, as always, if Pittsburgh can keep it simple and go back to the basics and do what they know works best, they'll be all right. But, yeah, in the end, I still really don't know how this game is going to go. I don't. Of course, hoping for a win, no doubt about it. But we'll see how this first half goes, then we'll get into how the game could play out from there then at that point. So, nice coverage by Cameron Sutton. Right on Mike Williams on a 3-yard reception from Justin Herbert. And now the Steeler defense, Chris Wormley from Michigan, the former Raven, Cam Hayward from Ohio State. We have the game on Saturday with Ohio State and Michigan. There's Alex Highsmith, James Pierre as well, Terrell Edmonds, and pass complete the 45-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Chargers to Mike Williams. So, Pittsburgh up front. Wormley's played well. I mean, a quiet season again. Hell, he really didn't play at all last year, but First and 10, Herbert going to step up and throw again. Is caught in midfield. 5-yard reception. Went to, I believe Jared Cook, 87, if I'm mistaken. Yeah, that went to Jared Cook. Okay. 5-yard reception, second down and 5. I knew it was one of the two tight ends. I couldn't tell who it was at first. Yeah, it is a lot of backups, but it's the standard. You play with who you have. The standard is the standard. It's X-Man up mentality. So second and 5 from midfield. And Herbert steps up, and he's picking apart the Steeler defense already, complete to Keenan Allen. Cameron Sutton on the tackle. But it's Wormley and Hayward up front. It is. Tyson Lulu went down early. They're still awaiting Stephon Tuitt to return, if he's going to return at all this year. And at backer, like I said, without T.J. Watt coming off the edge, Devin Bush has to step up. He's had a quiet year. Highsmith has played well. He has. It's them two, along with Schobert and Spillane, making a lot of tackles. In the back end, no Hayden, along with Minka Fitzpatrick either. Screen near side. Nice stiff arm from Eckler. Devin Bush on the stop. He's also from Michigan, so a few Michigan Wolverines and Ohio State Buckeyes on this Steeler defense, among, of course, a few other players from other schools respectively. But who steps up? That's the big question with all the injuries once again. Who the hell steps up for the black and gold defense here tonight on Sunday Football on the road against the LA Chargers? And second and 4 from the 33. Herbert under center, motion man the tight end. And they'll toss and then run an end around. Nice block by Herbert. And the Steelers make a stop after a 3-yard run. Arthur Merlette and Carl Joseph on the stop. Arthur Merlette and James Pierre on the stop for the Pittsburgh Steelers defense, as a good play call by Brandon Staley, the new Charger head coach, former assistant with the Rams, stays in LA, now the head coach of the Chargers. But Pittsburgh right there to make the stop. So 3rd and 2 officially, 3rd and long 2. Handoff up the middle, and Eckler is going to get the first down on a gain of 3. So 4:14 to play in this opening quarter, another first down for the Chargers, making it look easy. Both offenses are making it look easy right now. So, late in the game, what defense is going to bend doesn't break when the game's on the line. Hopefully the Steelers can get off the field on defense. Ben can be Ben, allow Big Ben to beat Big Ben, allow him to make plays on offense, get the ball to your playmakers in space and let them work, and go from there and get back to the running game and work the clock and run the football and win. 1st and 10 from the 28. Herbert play action down the middle and hit the one other tight end, not Jared Cook, not 87, 89. Donald Farmar right in the chest and falls incomplete. Now, if Pittsburgh would have had a safety deep at the goal line, they probably would have picked that off. But falls incomplete, 2nd and 10 from 28. Keenan Allen in motion. And a handoff to Eckler again. Just walking his way to the 21. 7 yards on the gain. So we near the end of the first quarter already. Very fast opening quarter. Couple 5-minute plus drives for both these offenses. Pittsburgh had to settle for 3. We'll see if the Chargers can tie it up or even take the lead. Herbert looking to throw. 3rd and 3, has a man caught. And a tackle at the 5-yard line by Pittsburgh as Mike Williams gets the Chargers in a goal-to-go formation, and they'll have a 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. Knocking on the door, looking to take a lead. Looked like they were going to run a wheel with Eckler, yeah. I don't know why he didn't heave it up to him, lob it. He probably would have threw a passing touchdown on that play. Dumps it off on the crosser, and Williams breaks a tackle and gets down to the 5-yard line, 1st and goal. Officially at the 4, 1st and goal. Under center, and Motion man back in the backfield. A fade far side. Good defense. Oh, come on. What the fuck is that? That's not a penalty. That is not a defensive pass interference. My ass it is. Jesus Christ, refs. You fucking blind?
Well, that's where Joe Hayden would be playing. And I think Pierce...
How the hell is that pass interference? It'll be half the distance. First and... Or a foul occurred in the end zone. Ball is going to be spotted at the 1 yard line. First and goal. That's a no call is what it is, as they both fell down. That's a no call. That's not a defense pass interference. That's split down the middle. They get James Pierre and a PI in the end zone, so now first and goal from the 1. We'll see if the Chargers can capitalize out of the eye. That was a bad play call, bad penalty from the officials. Handoff, and Eckler's going to reach across the goal line, so to speak, into the end zone for 6, touchdown LA. However, another penalty on the play. On the field, so the dirty laundry is 2:13 to play. This one will be coming back. Legal formation by the Chargers, so touchdowns off the board. They'll replay the down. 5 yards, replay first and goal. Back at the 6 now. Yep, would have been a touchdown, but woulda, coulda, shoulda. It's not because of a penalty. And they make up, I feel, for the pass interference in the end zone. Because an illegal formation penalty is just how the refs see it if they think they're lined up the wrong way when they're probably lined up to be the right way to begin with. Now we got a whistle. Come on, zebras, get your head on straight and get this show on the road. Okay, they want to make sure the play clock was right. They reset at 25. First and goal from the 6. Trips in a bunch near side out of the gun. Eckler on the give, and he walks in the end zone from 6 yards out anyway, and a touchdown for the LA Chargers to take the lead here early on Sunday Night Football at home against the Pittsburgh Steelers, now up 6-3, pending the upcoming extra point. What I say earlier, you're going to have to be able to run the football and stop the run. There's a rushing touchdown by the Chargers. Hopefully the last tonight, but we'll see. Chargers have been playing some damn good football. I mean, they've been a little rocky as of late, sitting at 5-4. You know, win some here, lose some there, win again, lose again. Everybody's, you know, right there in the middle of the pack, it seems like. You know, there's a 9-2 Arizona Cardinal team right now, a few 8-3s with, you know, Green Bay and Tennessee, among a few others, but it seems to me everybody is, you know, right there, 4, 5, 6 wins, maybe 7. But there's still a lot of football to be played. And the regular season and tonight on Sunday Night Football as well. So both teams drive and score points. And that's, of course, what we like to see, no doubt about it. But once everybody settles in and this game slows down and it turns in back and forth to a punt contest for the most part, what defense is going to bend but doesn't break? And who's going to be able to run the football better? Because we've seen both offenses, as mentioned, just drive and score points. Pittsburgh had to settle for 3. Chargers score a touchdown from a 6-yard run out from Austin Eckler. But who can run the football and who can stop the run when the game's on the line? As Herbert is 6 of 7 for 63 yards passing. Eckler 3 for 16 in the score. So, I mean, Mike Williams beat him on a few plays there. The refs with the penalties, they need to get that straightened out about it. But, yeah, once again, who steps up on the Steeler defense with the injuries? Herbert just picked them apart. He did. Williams, 3 for 41. Keenan Allen has a catch for 11 yards. Working Eckler out of the backfield as well for a catch or 2 apiece. So, this game seems to me like it's going to be a good one, as it is on paper. Hopefully it'll show out on the field. Games always ain't decided on paper, decided on the field. And it seems to me like it will come down to the wire. I mean, Pittsburgh in primetime this year, third time's a charm. They're already 2-0. They won at home on a Sunday night in overtime against the Seahawks, and they won 2 weeks ago on a Monday night against Chicago Bears. And both games came down to the wire for a total margin of 5 points and a 3-point Seahawk win and a 2-point Bear win. So, at the Chargers on a Sunday night tonight, they have to go to Minnesota on Thursday night before Christmas. So, Ben, in his first ever game in the City of Angels against the LA Chargers, has never won. Never won in Seattle, never won in San Fran or Oaktown in the Bay Area, and even in San Diego, with the Chargers being located there at a time or two. These teams normally play in prime time. They do. When they played in LA 2 years ago on a Sunday night, Roethlisberger was out injured for the season, remember. Went down week 2 against the Seattle Seahawks. Done for the year. They played at LA, or well, San Diego actually, when the Chargers were still there, on a Monday night in 2015, but Mike Vick was the starting quarterback. And yeah, well, Ben gets the Chargers jump off sides again. There's no penalty flag. He knows he has a free play. He dumps it off to Najee Harris. They'll take the penalty on a 3-yard pickup. Offside on the Chargers. 5 yards. Replay first down. Be 1st and 5 rather than 2nd and 7. On a 3-yard dump off down the middle to Najee Harris on a short little pass to the rookie back out of Bama. But yeah, a little hard to believe that Ben's never won on the West Coast. I know they've had trouble against the Raiders on the road when they were in Oakland from the Black Hole in the Coliseum. You know, he's probably never going to get to play in Vegas. They lost the Raiders at home earlier this year, but unless, of course, they made the playoffs on the road. And, you know, who knows how many more years Ben Roethlisberger are going to be playing. You know, some of these new stadiums, I mean, it really doesn't matter where, when the game's being played, you're going to play. You know, these players don't really care. So that's just for stats and people to talk about, and I could care less about it too. But, you know, history in the long run to end it, not on its side in that regard. So 1st and 5, they get the first down, 1st and 10. Find this running game. Run Najee Harris from the 35, 1st and 10. Under center, toss far side. Harris, nice block. And he's going to get 4 yards to the 39, 2nd and 6. As we have less than a minute to play in this opening quarter. They'll probably get it off once, maybe twice more before the end of the first here. But they'll trail, of course, unless they score by the end of the first year. And then the flip ends, they'll trail at the end of the first quarter here on the road on Sunday night. This will probably do it. This is the final play of the first quarter coming up. 2nd and 6 from the 39.5. As Roethlisberger still under center. Motion man, fake the give to McLeod. And Kalen Ballage. Roethlisberger going to go deep down the middle of the field. Intended for Chase Claypool. Incomplete. 3rd down and 6 with 13 seconds to play. So they will get another snap off here to close out the quarter. And once again, thank you for tuning in and listening. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe. Links in the description below. I like the deep shot. He should have probably went for DJ if he would have been able to make a move on his defender and get the hell open center of the field rather than going deep in double coverage and you have an incompletion now. And now 3rd and 6, and if the Chargers can get off the field, get a stop before the end of the quarter, momentum going into the second already with a 4-point lead, they'll also get the ball to begin the second half. Well, still a lot of football from now until then to be played, but I'm not saying the game could get away from them by any means, but, you know, who knows. 3rd and 6, crosser, near side, and Steelers get a first down. So they do close the quarter on a high. Both teams able to drive and score points on their opening drives. Pittsburgh Steelers trying to Same on this respective drive right now. But at the end of the first quarter, the Chargers lead the Steelers 7-3. But Pittsburgh's going to have a 1st and 10 to begin the second quarter when we return from out around midfield, it seems like. 8 yards on that reception on 3rd and 6. So 1st and 10, Pittsburgh when we return. But 7-3, the Chargers lead it over the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers here tonight on Sunday Night Football. So once again, thank you for tuning in and listening. As always, I'm your host, Encyclopedia Sports, go in Luke 96. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description below. Thumbs up button, share, chat questions or comments, super chat, super stickers, always get appreciated as well. And we'll get back to the action momentarily. But Pittsburgh is still going to have to find a running game. Run the football with Najee Harris. Hell, Benny Snell and even Kalen Ballage was in on that play that they went deep on. So they're working 3 running backs by committee tonight. So, I mean, a good sign, especially with the injuries on defense. Work the clock, run the football. Score as many points as you possibly can. You know, pedal the metal to an extent. You know, it's not golf. Not the low score wins, even though you're coming off of a tie and you couldn't find a way to win last week against the Lions at home, and now you're on the road in prime time against a good Charger team. And, you know, we'll see what gives. I'm sure something will as always. But, yeah, until then, just continue to run the football, open play action. They need to continue to go to the tight ends more with Freiermuth and Eric Ebron, even Zach Gentry. You know, it has stung a little bit. It sucked that, you know, Juju Smith-Schuster hasn't played in about a month and a half or so now, of course, suffering a season-ending injury to the shoulder against the Denver Broncos back mid-October. But it's still, the standards are standards, next man up mentality. You play with who you have on the 53-man roster. Lucky to have Ben Roethlisberger back tonight, of course, off the COVID-19 reserve list, missing last week. But as I said then, I'll say it again now, I feel really, whether he had COVID or not, who the hell knows, you know, of course, himself, yeah, he said, you know, he felt fatigue and just out of it and he couldn't play. But I said then, I'll say it again now, I felt like Pittsburgh was just sitting him. They were resting him because if not against the Lions, then when the hell, you look ahead to the schedule, is he going to miss or sit out? Because you know he's going to play. He's a starting quarterback, and he has been for 18 years, and this very well could be his last year because you look ahead, begin the second quarter. In the meantime, they hand off to Kalen Ballage. He gets a few yards, be second down. They go to Cincinnati next week. Then they get the Ravens before they head to Minnesota on a Thursday night. Tennessee at home before Christmas, the day after Christmas at Kansas City. Browns and at Baltimore into the new year before the playoffs begin. Schedule's not getting any easier. So they sit him during the Lions game. They run a toss to McLeod. That should have been a dead play in the backfield, a loss of about 5. But then he gets a good block and almost gets a first down. Be 3rd and short. 3rd and about 2. Yeah. But, you know, just allow Big Ben Roethlisberger to be Big Ben Roethlisberger and get the ball to his playmakers. I don't mind the deep shots to Claypool. Watch for them to potentially get him involved. They've been faking a lot of these end arounds. Okay, they've been faking a lot of these end arounds early. Wait until they get inside the 5, goal to go, run an end around to Claypool to walk in for 6 maybe. 3rd and 2, play clock winding down. High snap, handoff up the middle. Najee Harris going to get a Pittsburgh Steeler first down. Right, first down marker, remove the 6, 1st and 10, Pittsburgh. So, yeah, just run the football, open play action, play good defense, play Pittsburgh Steeler defense, and you're going to win. They're going to have to get some stops with who they have, but it's still next man up. So it is what it is, and you live with it, and we'll see how this game goes. So I'll shut up for the time being, but this game should still be a barn burner back and forth and come down to the wire. And maybe we'll set the West Coast on fire tonight on Sunday Night Football. From the 42, 1st and 10. Roethlisberger out of the gun, gets the snap. Going to go deep down the middle, has a man wide open and Chase Claypool, and he catches it First and goal at the 5-yard line. Nice play. They're going to go hurry up. They're going to go. Run the football. Run it down their throat now. Run. Run to the line, but run the damn ball, please and thank you. That's busted coverage by LA. Ben, a little bit of an underthrow, but Claypool able to find the football, and he came down with it. They're taking a lot of deep shots. Claypool's back. He was also out last week. Who knows? Rudolph could have used him, but they had a passing touchdown. Rudolph did to James Washington to, of course, strike first, 7-0, and then back and forth with the Lions, tied at 10 at the half. End around to Claypool. What I fucking say? And from the 5, he gets down at the 2. It'll be second and goal from there. Now on second and goal, they'll run it up the middle with Najee. Or go to your damn tight ends, please. Maybe run a fade or a simple comeback on a curl. Go to Freiermuth. Maybe even run a few more end arounds with Ray McLeod or even Chase Claypool again. Alert, alert, second and goal from the 2. Hand off Najee Harris, and he's going to get about a half yard or so if he's lucky enough. Be third and goal still from the 2-yard line. Pat Freiermuth, go to him. It's a touchdown. Seems like a good play call here. There's a thumbs up from an assistant coach sitting next to Matt Canada up in the box. Out of the gun, third and goal from the 2. They'll probably run a fucking fade. Why don't you run a screen? Run a halfback screen. No, they hand off. They run a fade far side to Claypool, and it falls incomplete, and they're going to have to settle for another fucking field goal. Jesus Christ. They're going to go for it. They're going to go for it. Fourth and goal from the 2. I'd kick it. You're on the road. They drove and scored on your ass. You don't want to be trading field goals for touchdowns with them. They're going to go for it. 4th and 2. Maybe try to draw them off sides. You've done that a few times. Get an automatic first and goal. Freiermuth in motion. Play clock winding down. They get the snap off. Ben rolling out over the middle, complete, but stuffed. No gain. And a turnover on downs. The only good thing about that is now the Chargers have a 1st and 10 from the 2-yard line. The Steeler defense is back out on the field, hoping to get another stop. Yeah, no, you kick the fucking field goal there. And why didn't you run that on 3rd and goal? It wasn't a bad play call, but I mean, man, they do go to Freiermuth, okay. A little bit of a shuffle dump off, but the Chargers read it from the start, and they stuffed him at the line of scrimmage. No gain. Turnover on downs on a 4th and goal from the 2. Be 1st and 10 Chargers when we return from that very spot. Up 4, 7-3 your score. Chargers leading. Like I said, you don't want to be trading field goals and touchdowns with them on the road. But if you can get a stop on defense and it cancels itself out as we move ahead, then okay. You need to get a stop now on defense. Maybe even a turnover. Or if you force them to 3 and out, you get good starting field position, and then you hopefully get another good drive going then at that point, and you retake the lead. Or if you do have to cut it again and settle for another field goal, okay, so be it. You don't want to settle, but that situation, it's still early. You take the points, you kick the field goal. So we'll see if that comes back to bite them in the ass by any means or not. Going forward on 4th and goal when, in my eyes, they probably should have kicked it. I said both, kick it, but, like I said, I didn't mind going for it, though, too, but why didn't you run that play on 3rd and goal? Because you probably could have ran something else on 4th and goal. Why don't you run a slant? A slant probably would have worked better than that. I don't get teams wanting to throw fades, whether the analytics say it or not. Who the hell cares? I'm trying to score a damn touchdown and score 6 points. And hopefully your field goal makes an extra point as well for 7. If the percentage is better, no. A fade's, it might work. It, for the most part, doesn't, though. You're on a fade on 3rd and 2 when you're throwing 10 yards when you need 2.5 for the goal line? Come on now. No. They do go to the tight ends. They go to Freiermuth. It just didn't work out, and now the defense is going to have to make a stop. So, of course, until we move ahead some more, it's 7-3. 7-3 Chargers on top of the Steelers. 1st and 10 from the 2-yard line, under center. They're going to run this football, Eckler. Good luck stopping it. Up the middle, 1st down run. That's why I should have kicked the fucking field goal. Because if they drive and score, well, then you got a problem allowing a 98-yard touchdown drive. When if you would have kicked it, okay, you kick off then if you make the kick. 75 yards for him. You still got a problem if you allow him to drive and score on you on defense, but at least you have 3 points. And then if they score, you're only down, 8 rather than 11. Under 10 to play in this first half. 1st and 10 Chargers from the 12 out of the pistol. Quick bubble screen complete to Keenan Allen. And Kell gets to the 17 on a 5-yard gain. 2nd and 5. And nice play action fake. Complete to Farmar near side. And out to the 25. Go the Chargers for another 1st down. Making it look easy. Jesus Christ.
I think probably the thing that may have surprised some draft experts, if you will, is that he missed some throws in college. And, you had a little question about accuracy, but he seems so at ease in the pocket right now. And even that pass right there, he's standing there, he sees the back of the plant, he kind of 3/4 delivers it, which he learned playing shortstop in baseball. And, you learn all those additional skills playing other sports.
Another fake, pump fake, and then that's a hold, and then Herbert slides at the 28, 2nd down. I can't tell if the Steelers right now, they're looking pretty good. But on both sides of the football, they're looking better today on offense than they are on defense. Normally it's flip-flopped. So I can't really tell if they're, half alive or half dead, but something has got to give eventually. Herbert and this Charger offense making it look damn easy right now. This drive started at the 2-yard line. Remember that, when they probably end up scoring. Even with 3 timeouts, 2-minute warning, 8 minutes. Now under 8 minutes to play in this first half. Take time, of course, off this clock and score, and then even get the ball to begin the second half. And, Pittsburgh's up shit creek without a paddle for the most part. Third down and 6 from the 28. Need a stop. That's a hold. Come on. Herbert able to tuck it and run. Slides at the 47. And another 1st and 10. You want to throw penalties, we'll call it down the fucking middle. Back-to-back holdings, you don't throw the penalty. I get holding happens on every play, and whether they call it or not, okay, so be it. But when it's clear and obvious and you don't, then we'll have a reason to bitch. It's a fucking hold on the left tackle on Highsmith. Open up the lane for him to run, and he got a 1st down out of it. Jesus Christ. Looks like Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder are fucking officials tonight. Jesus fucking Christ. 1st and 10 from the 45. And a tackle by Devin Bush on a 3-yard run up the middle. Out past midfield goes 22, the former Wildcat from Evanston, Illinois, Justin Jackson. second down and 6, 7. Wish it was second and 67, but second, 6, 6.5, 7. Actually, second and 8. They didn't give him as many yards as he actually got on that play. Screen to the tight end. And a first down. To the 42, go the Chargers for another 1st and 10. First and 10, pressure on Herbert. He's going to tuck it and run again. And he's going to get another first down inside the 30, down out of bounds to the 25. Didn't expect Justin Herbert to be tucking it and running as many times as he's ran already. He now has 4 carries for 44 yards rushing on 10 attempts, 9 completions, 9 for 10, 85 yards passing. So, yeah, come on now. Can't run the football and can't stop the run. Whether that be the starting quarterback and Justin Herbert now, or even Austin Eckler, or even Justin Jackson, who's been playing too. Pittsburgh on defense is going to be in trouble if it keeps up. Complete. First and goal at the 5 by Keenan Allen. They say catch. See if he actually did catch it or not, but Pittsburgh's in a hole. And, yeah, they're going to have trouble getting out of it, believe me. They're going to go hurry up, so they can't look at it. I still don't know if it was a catch or not. No whistle, so we move on. Highsmith takes him down at the 10 on a sack. Second and goal. Good defensive play. Making up for that hold, he takes him down on a sack. And at worst, the Chargers are going to, at least you'd think, get a field goal out of this drive now. Second goal from the 10. If they score a touchdown, of course, we'll then take an even bigger lead into halftime. Under 4 minutes to play in this first half. This first half's absolutely flying by. We're not even an hour in, and we're almost at halftime. Herbert looking to throw. Gets rid of it, completes Eckler, and he walks into the end zone for another fucking touchdown. Jesus Christ. Austin Eckler, 2 touchdowns. He's single-handedly beating the Steelers right now. Has a rushing and now a receiving score. And the Chargers lead 13-3. And if they're making it look easy right now, just wait until the second half rolls around. This game's going to be over by the end of the third quarter if it keeps up. Pittsburgh's got to do something on offense, and they have to get stops on defense. We saw this earlier with the Cowboys and Chiefs. 3:43 to play in the first half. Extra point going to be up and good. Make it 14-3. 14-3. Chargers lead the Steelers by that score. 3:43 to play in the first half. Pittsburgh going to get it back. 3 timeouts, 2-minute warning to come. Go back to going for it on 4th and goal. Should have kicked it. You allowed them to drive and score on you. What did I say? You're not going to want to trade field goals and touchdowns with them. And that's exactly what's happening right now. You kick it. They just drove 98 yards and scored a touchdown. 98 yards and 7. Making it look easy, picking them apart left and right. Just absolutely pathetic. But you still play with who you have, and you need to get stops. You need to get stops, and you need to make some plays on offense. I mean, the offense hasn't looked bad. Normally, like I said, it's always the defense playing well, and the offense is bringing up the rear. Flip it tonight. Exactly what's happening. But you go back to going for it on 4th and goal when you should have kicked it. because you have those points. They drive and score on you, which they did. You get some points before halftime, whether it be another field goal or a touchdown. Well, then you trail, 14-9 or 14-13, rather than 14-3 as it sits right now. It's the small little things, folks, that all adds up in the end. We'll see what the difference is, but until then, just frustrating. I still feel as if, say, TJ Watt, Joe Hayden, Minkah Fitzpatrick were playing, they still probably would be able to drive and score on them. Probably not as far. They might, of course, would have had to settle for a few field goals of their own, but, maybe they do still score some touchdowns. I don't know. Those players, of course, aren't playing. Players on both sides that are playing tonight are, in fact, playing. So you play who you have. You play football. And you make stops, hopefully. And whatever the hell happens, happens. But Pittsburgh going to have to do something here on offense before halftime. No doubt about it. Chargers on to kick off. And from the 5, Raymond McLeod out past the 20, 25, 30, 35 out of bounds to the 38. First and 10, Pittsburgh from there.
All right, let's take a look at the Walmart Plus 4K Skycam. Try to get inside the game here a little bit. Why not? We've got some great players. Joey Bosa on the outside with that pressure. Derwin James covering up on the backside. Braden Mahoko with a big play early in this one as well. And then, of course, we know Derwin James is going to be there when it's money time. That has been an impressive defense, and now they're doing exactly what they want. They've given up long drives here. 13-play drive.
First and 10, officially from the 36-yard line. Okay. That's where they spot them out at on the kickoff return. From there, first and 10, out of the gun, Roethlisberger. Going to hand off Najee Harris. And 22, out past the 45, close to midfield for a Pittsburgh Steeler first down. 13-yard run up the middle, first and 10. Keep running. Keep running the damn football.
On the snap right there, Kendrick Green, who had some issues snapping the football a week ago, one over the head of Mason Rudolph. You better pay attention when Kendrick Green is snapping.
Yeah, last week he had some bad snaps in the muck and mire of Heinz Field.
Ben says 44 is the mic, whether he is or not. I don't know. He probably is, though. Roethlisberger a little bit high on the pass. Incomplete, intended for Deontay Johnson. Lucked out, a little high and behind. And, yeah, they luck out as that ball very well could have been picked off. Turnovers, I mean, there's 2 right there that they don't get on the Charger defense that they probably should have had. But now there's balance. 13 rushes, 13 passes. Second and 10 from the 49. They haven't gone to James Washington or Eric Ebron yet. That pass complete far side to 18. Deontay Johnson got a penalty flag. Dirty laundry is from the Zebras, but be first and 10 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Looks like it'll be against the Chargers, and they'll decline it. We'll see what Stripes has to say. Pass interference. Penalties declined because of the catch in the first down. First and 10, Pittsburgh. Okay. Nice pass and even better catch by Deontay Johnson, who has single-handedly emerged as the go-to number 1 receiver in absence of course, Juju Smith-Schuster. But then you still have Chase Claypool and James Washington behind him with Raymond McLeod, and then you get your tight ends involved with Eric Ebron and Pat Freiermuth. And you run the football with Najee Harris. First and 10 from the 30. out of the pistol. Ben gonna fake the give, slant complete, and for 6, maybe 7 yards, Deontay Johnson on the reception, 2nd and short. And we take our chances into the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play in this first half. Chargers lead at 14-3. 14-3 LA over Pittsburgh with 2 minutes to play in this first half. The Pittsburgh Steelers football 2nd and 3 when we return. And as always, coming to halftime, first half stats and scores. Take a look around the rest of the NFL from this NFL Week 11 as well. Preview next week when we get a chance to, with 3 games on this upcoming Thursday on Thanksgiving. Everybody has a happy and safe holiday on Thursday, and then a month from then, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Yeah, I'm old school. I'm that person. I don't say Happy Holidays. And anybody that does, well, you can kiss it where the sun don't shine. But at the same time, Pittsburgh, from now until then, schedule ain't getting any easier. The Bengals went to Vegas today and won. Okay. And Pittsburgh lost to both of those teams back-to-back back in September. But I'm not worried about the Bengals or anybody else they play from now until the end of the year. I'm worried about what they can do in this final 2 minutes along with in the second half. How do they adjust at halftime? They're, of course, going to have to make some stops on defense. The Chargers have drove twice on offense and scored twice on offense. 2 touchdowns, both to Austin Eckler. 1 rushing, 1 receiving. And the Chargers lead at 14-3. So, 2nd and 3 for the Steelers. 2 minutes to play. But until then, I mean, there's not really much else to be said. They have to continue running the football. They have to continue to be balanced as they are, but they have to get stops on defense. Deontay Johnson with all his drop balls from last year, yeah. Yeah, you're probably going to jinx them now. Yeah, that was a nice cab.
That's something. Yeah. I mean, just to see that ball.
3-for-45 tonight. He's got to be the main man now with
So 2nd and 3 for the Steelers out of the 2-minute warning, trailing by 11. Chargers lead at 14-3 here on Sunday Night Football from the 23, 2nd and 3 with 2 minutes to play. Handoff, Najee Harris, spin move, first down on a 4-yard run up the middle, 1st and 10, Pittsburgh.
A nice little block inside as well by Trey Turner, so they are starting to have a little fun along the sideline now.
Juju Smith-Schuster always has a lot of fun, even if he's on IR.
We'll have that posted in no time. He's on TV.
Of course.
1st and 10 from the 18, trips in a bunch, top of your screen. And they're going to run an out route far side, complete at the first down marker to guess who, number 18, Ben's favorite target thus far tonight, Deontay Johnson. Going to be marked out of bounds right at the first down marker. We'll see if they give him enough for a first down or not, but should be 1st and 10 for Pittsburgh.
He does this every day at practice. He even purchased a tennis ball machine to get reps at home. He told me it gets his eyes lined up and focused, and that it's translating on the field, and you saw it in a couple plays here tonight.
Whatever it takes, Michelle.
Officially 2nd and 1. They mark him short. 2nd and 1. Najee going to motion back into the backfield. Ben looking to pass. Fade near side. Back corner has a man. It's caught. Deontay Johnson. Touchdown. Wait for the ref on the signal. They say touchdown. Okay. Was he in? I don't know. But it's a touchdown on the field. We're under 2 to play. All scoring plays are reviewed to begin with, but all reviews are going to come up from above. See a replay here. Deontay Johnson caught it, 1, knees in, and he controlled and possessed the football, it looked like. Right foot's in, left knee's in. That's a touchdown. Charger fans are going to say incomplete, but that's a touchdown. And that's a touchdown on the field, so you have to find undisputed evidence to overturn it. That's going to stand as called. That's a touchdown. If not, it'll be 3rd and 1, but that's a touchdown. Yep. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Here comes Boswell for the extra point. Just imagine if they have that field goal on the 4th and goal that they decided to go for, they'd be down 1 rather than 4 right now. It's 14-10 with 1:09 to play in the first half. And we have ourselves a whole new ball game prior to halftime. Roethlisberger now 11-17 for a $121 and a passing touchdown to Deontay Johnson, who has 5 catches, 64 yards receiving, and that score. Najee Harris 9 for 35 on the ground. Also in the Pittsburgh Steelers receiving category, Chase Claypool 2 for 45, Ray McLeod 1 for 8, Pat Fryermuth 2 catches, 4 yards. Go to the tight ends more in the second half when you get the ball back. Chargers 1:09, 3 timeouts. Going to hope to score before halftime. Whether it's a field goal or a touchdown, I would hope to get some points before the half. They'll also get the ball to begin the second half, though. But the Steelers cut the lead to 4. It's now 14-10 after a strike from Ben Roethlisberger to Deontay Johnson.
Never go to a dealership again. Go to vroom.com to buy your car entirely online.
The dragon has been born again, and is one of you. Either defeat the dark one or join it.
The Wheel of Time, only on Prime Video.
America! After the past year-ish, everyone deserves something new. So, AT&T is giving everyone our best deals on every iPhone, including the iPhone 13 Pro with its amazing camera, like everyone that worked from home or welcomed a new family member.
They're all dogs.
Our deals are for everyone.
It's not complicated. AT&T is giving new and existing customers our best deals on every iPhone, including up to $1,000 off the epic iPhone 13 Pro.
This is for the win.
Such a magical moment. It's something you dream about when you're a little kid. There weren't, enough hugs. We just wanted to hug everybody to endure what we endured, and then to come out so successful. It brings tears to my eyes.
The great and good Don Johnson. She's found her back. Nash and Joe, Nash Bridges.
All right, buddy. Nash Bridges is coming back on. It's a movie event on USA. I guess next week sometime. We got our buddy Bo, or Mo, or Joe. How about Boz on to kick off and a touchback before Herbert back on the field for the Chargers, 1st and 10 from 25. Both quarterbacks with a passing touchdown apiece. Roethlisberger 11-17 for a $121 on the score. Herbert 11 of 12 for a $113 on the score. The difference really is Herbert and his legs right now. It is. Najee Harris 9 for 35. Eckler 4 for 26 on a touchdown. But Herbert has 4 carries, 44 yards rushing. 1st and 10 from the 25, complete. They get to the 40. Pass complete to Keenan Allen for 14, 1st and 10. Minute to play, now counting. They still got 3 timeouts. If they can score a touchdown, score again early second half, yeah, Pittsburgh is going to be down and out at that point, down 3 scores. Herbert goes down on the sack, be 2nd and long. And now we got a penalty flag on the play as well.
6 penalties against the Chargers and 1 against Pittsburgh tonight.
Holding. Number 8. Defense.
And you got a defensive hold on the Steelers. So the sack's going to be negated. And an automatic first down on Carl Joseph, the former Mountaineer. Yeah, that's a good call. That's a good call.
Taking the place of Hunter Henry, who decided to.
So now 1st and 10 from the 44. And a dump off to Eckler. And he's going to lower his shoulder and get 9, be second and short. Chargers can call a first time out, looks like. Yeah. Stop the clock with 38 seconds off a second and short. Knocking on the door again. Marching on downfield. Looking to extend their lead before halftime. Plus, they'll get the ball to begin the second half as well. So, yeah, Pittsburgh even cutting the lead at 4 there. Still might be in trouble here tonight on Sunday Night Football against the Chargers. But, you know, yeah, okay. 4-game winning streak came to an end last week with a tie, but wasn't a win. And it wasn't a loss, it was a tie. Extend their winning streak. Would be a good thing. I mean, I don't want to start a losing streak again into December. They're going to want to start playing their best football coming up here shortly, if they're not already. You know, I can't really tell, as mentioned earlier, if they're half alive or half dead. But, yeah. Pittsburgh, just hope TJ Watt can come back at some point in time soon. If I'd have to guess, he'll probably miss next week too, to be honest with you. That's just thinking right now, though. I mean, the sooner the better, but yeah, if I'd have to guess, they'll bring him back against the Ravens early December. And then he'll have another month or so in the regular season. And if they make the playoffs, they make the playoffs. But I feel they're missing. I mean, they're still able to get pressure. I mean, Herbert went down the sack there, but then he had defense hold. The absence of C.J. Watt, yeah, it's not good. They're losing that, of course, tonight, and we'll see for how much longer. But I feel, because Herbert's picking them apart, he is. They're hurting more in the back end without Hayden and Minka tonight than they are T.J. Watt. Because they're still able to get pressure, but if you have Watt, you have all three of them. Okay, the Steelers defense is as it's been. And the way the offense is looking, well, maybe you don't trail by 14-10 right now. Maybe you're up 10-0. Maybe it's still 14-10 now. I don't know. Game not playing hypothetically. It's being played live tonight. And thank you for tuning in and listening to my live watch-along audio-only reactions live here on YouTube. 2nd and 1 from out past midfield. Pittsburgh might have jumped off sides. And then Herbert goes down in the sack. There is a flag. No wonder they took him down in the sack because they jumped off sides right at the last possible second. And they get caught doing so. Neutral zone, offside, infraction on Cameron Hayward. 5-yard penalty, automatic first down. And the Chargers get bailed out. And right at the last second, they jump. Be 1st and 10 now for the Bolts. Pass complete, and Jared Cook gets a first down. That's a good spot by the ref, but still enough for a first down anyway. They call another timeout, 27 seconds to play, and we'll get back to the action momentarily.
Hey, Gary.
Hey, Robert.
You been up there all night?
Yeah, just keep you watch.
You need Simply Safe's new wireless outdoor security cam. It works with Simply Safe's already award-winning home security for even more comprehensive protection.
Yes? Surely, what? You are not going to believe this. The new wireless outdoor security camera is here, only from Simply Safe.
Uber Eats presents Feasting at Home. There's no place like home. Just ask the Cowboys. In their win at home over the Falcons, receiver CeeDee Lamb was hungry for the end zone. Linebacker Micah Parsons was hungry for the quarterback. And running back Ezekiel Elliott earned whatever post-game meal he wanted. The home team didn't have to travel to win, and neither should you. Stay on your couch and eat your way to victory. Tonight, I'll be eating with Uber Eats. Order now.
It's the Black Friday sale at Kay. Get 25 to 50% off everything. Find gifts they'll love. At savings you'll love. Celebrate every gift with Kay.
Oh, Bud Light Seltzer Retro Time.
Have you tried these yet? Bud Light Seltzer Retro Time. The loudest flavors ever.
Feel stuck with a credit card that works against you? Move to a SoFi credit card and feel what it's like to get your money right.
Jump up on the stage and do my money dance. Throw some money up and watch the money land. I do my money dance.
Move to a SoFi credit card and get 2% cash back on all your spending with no annual fees. Grab your share of up to $1 million in rewards points this holiday season and get your money right.
I do my money dance. I love you so much. The People's Choice. This is amazing. Thank you.
The People's Choice Awards, hosted by me, Keenan Thompson. Check it out live December 7th on NBC and E! And the red carpet starts first, live from E!
There are the numbers for the grizzled old veteran and the Blunder Kid. 14 of 50 is Herbert. These guys have had things pretty much their way tonight in terms of protection. One sack on Herbert. Only a few hurries. And don't forget Herbert's rushing numbers.
1st and 10, Herbert, pass complete. And another 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Go to the LA Chargers. Jesus Christ. They'll have one timeout. They get out of bounds. Clock going to stop.
I tell you, they are missing TJ Watt.
They are missing TJ Watt, but I don't feel as much as they're missing Joe Hayden and Minkah Fitzpatrick in the back end because they're still able to get pressure, but it's not as much, but they're getting picked apart in the secondary. And these front seven need to step the hell up. Herbert pump fakes, rolls out near side, and it's a little high incomplete.
16 seconds, second and 10.
Well, sometimes in this league, you circle full circle, and Cameron Hayward is working on his old friend, Matt Weiler, was a Pittsburgh Steeler for a long time, number 71, and he took him on a little trip right back to Justin Herbert there. Huge stand right now, though, for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
2nd and 10. Yeah, if they can force a field goal, going to halftime down 7, rather than 11 again. Herbert looking to throw, gets rid of it, complete to Eckler. Spillane on the tackle out of bounds. It'll be 3rd and about 4 from the 8. 10 seconds to play in this first half. And we have Chris Wormley down injured.
Just what they need along that defensive front, another defensive lineman.
They just don't have anything left. And you know, you go back, it was
Pittsburgh has hit the injury bug, no doubt about it. Or the injury bug has hit them. But at this point in time in the season, you know, everybody's banged up. It's just, you know, how injured seriously are you? Like, can you still play? Because if you can, you're going to play.
And there just aren't many bullets in the gun out here tonight for Pittsburgh.
One less, at least for one play. You saw Wormley went
3rd down and 4.
And it's 3rd down and 4. Chargers tonight have converted every 3rd down. 4 of 4.
So Steelers charged with a timeout there, but they're not really going to care. Trips near side. Herbert stepping up, gets rid of it. It's dropped incomplete. 10 for Eckler. Nice coverage by Carl Joseph. 4th and 4, 6 seconds, and Pittsburgh's going to force a field goal. So Chargers got to sell for 3. Knock on wood, cross your fingers. Say your T's and P's, dot your I's and cross your T's. Maybe a miss. Even still down 4 then at halftime. Get a stop early second half. Be all right. Just go back to the turnover run downs when he went for it on 4th and goal and probably should have kicked it. You'd be down a point now, or even 4 again if they make it. Got a flag for a false start, and they'll back them up another 5 yards. So, I have no idea how long the field goal was to begin with, but it's going to be 5 yards deeper than it just was. See where they spot the ball at, and I'll let you know. 4th and 9, from the 13? So, a 30-yard field goal? 31 officially? Okay, 31-yard field goal from the Chargers? Okay. Timeout by Tomlin to ice him. Kicks up, and the kick's just barely good. It's up and good. 17-10, 2 seconds to play in this first half. 17-10 Chargers on top of the Steelers. At halftime, bearing any kick return first score. They're going to have to get another stop on defense early second half and make plays on offense if they want to get back in this game. Plain and simple. And it starts up front. You got to be able to block the run to pass to run, open up the play action, and play good defense. But run the damn football. They have to get off the field on defense. They do. They force a field goal, which is a good thing. Rather go into halftime down 7 than 11, even though I'd rather go into halftime down 4 as it was. But really 1 because they probably should have kicked it, but it is what it is, or even 4 again at that point. But it is what it is. And Pittsburgh, for the most part, is lucky to only be down 7 right now at half. Still 2 seconds here in the first half, but we're going to go to halftime with the Chargers on top by 7, 17-10, following that 31-yard field goal. And they'll probably squib it down the middle. No, they kick it deep. Return it. McLeod from the goal line. And Ray McLeod down the near sideline, pushed out of bounds. Good return again, but time runs out on him. And be 1st and 10. Chargers to begin the second half when we return, as I'll receive the second half kick. But at halftime, the Chargers lead it 17-10 over the black and gold visiting Pittsburgh Steelers here tonight on Sunday Night Football. Ben Roethlisberger, 11 of 17 for 121 yards passing and a score. Herbert, 16 of 19 for 170 yards passing and a score. Najee Harris, 9 carries, 35 yards rushing. Austin Eckler, 4 for 26 and a touchdown. And Justin Herbert also has 4 carries for 44 yards rushing. Deontay Johnson leads Pittsburgh in receiving, 5 catches, 64 yards, and a touchdown as well. Claypool, 2 for 45. And then Keenan Allen, 4 for 48. Mike Williams, 3 for 41. Eckler, 4 for 31 in the score. Jared Cook, 2 catches, 15 yards. Farmar, 1 for 10. And once again, at the half, there haven't been any bad play calls, or bad penalties, from the officials, other than that one pass interference, but they still scored anyway. So there's nothing to that, really, looking back on it now. No turnovers, no stupid penalties, really, by either team. I mean, it's pretty balanced down the middle. It's pretty even. It's consistent on both sides with how good both of these offenses look right now, with Roethlisberger and Herbert leading the way. But Pittsburgh on defense, once again, going to have to make some stops. Yeah, no doubt. They're missing T.J. Watt, Joe Hayden, and Minkah Fitzpatrick. I feel more so than not they're missing Joe Hayden and Minkah Fitzpatrick a little bit more, just because Herbert's picking them apart in the back. And they're still able to get some pressure. But then there have been a few penalties that have cost them. I mean, there's been penalties on both sides of the ball, no doubt about it, with some just offsides and little stupid things, but nothing really major that's, certified as a stupid penalty. But keep in mind, this game will probably still come down to the wire. It's a 60-minute game. The Steelers on the road with Roethlisberger returning from the COVID-19 reserve list aren't going to give in. They're going to make plays. The defense, believe me, they'll get some stops, and we'll head on into the fourth quarter when we do, with the game on the line, and, we'll see what the offense does at that point. Normally, as mentioned a few times already tonight, and I'll say it again, normally, Pittsburgh on offense, here to halftime, they're not looking as good as they are tonight. It's normally the defense looking strong and the offense is bringing up the rear. Getting hot right before half, maybe early, mid-third quarter, and then they close it out in the fourth. Tonight, though, it's the offense playing extremely well, and the defense has given up 17 points. In Pittsburgh's 3 losses, they're 5-3-1 in the tie. Okay, they really gave up 17 last week, and the Lions should have won 17-16 if everything else played out the way it did. But they, remember, missed that extra point. And the Lions and Steelers tie at 16. Hence 5-3-1. First tie for the Steelers at home since 2002. But I'll digress. That was last week. This is this week. Sunday Night Football, they trail against the Chargers at halftime by 7, 17-10. But the 3 losses, they've only given up a total, all game, 26, 24, and 27 total points. Okay? Whereas in the wins, even in those losses, the one, they only scored 10 points total. 17 apiece in the other 2 games, and 16 in the tie last week. But, a few plays go their way, make some stops, they might win. They've found ways to win, though, the past month. After a 3-game losing streak, starting 1-3 with a Week 1 win at Buffalo, they went on a 4-game winning streak and won by 8 against the Broncos, and overtime on a game-winning field goal against the Seahawks on Sunday Night Football last month. Of course, the bye week, but then they find a way to win late at Cleveland on Halloween, and they win by 2 in primetime on Monday night a couple weeks back as well against the Bears on another game-winning field goal by Chris Boswell. You tie last week, you go on the road against a good Charger team, and you can't really stop them, to be honest with you. I mean, the best defensive drive they've had all game was just the one we saw. The Chargers have scored on all 3 drives, 2 touchdowns and a field goal. That's how fast this first quarter went by and how much of time both of these offenses are taking up. We'll get into this team stats later on, but Pittsburgh with a field goal. Pittsburgh with a turnover on downs that Chargers drove 98 yards and capitalized on with another touchdown to go up 14-3. And then the Steelers on that last drive, they end up scoring to cut it to 4 before giving them their field goal. Chargers, flip side, 2 touchdowns and a field goal there, 17-10 your halftime score. We have not had a punt yet. It's what defense is going to bend but doesn't break when the game's on the line, who can run the football and who can stop the run. That's exactly how this game is going to play out, mark my words. You heard it here first at halftime. So when I'm saying it again in the fourth quarter, don't be saying I never fucking said it. Believe me, game's going to come down to the wire. Hopefully the Steelers find a way to win, come back and do so after a 3-0 early lead, but really, they still probably, should have kicked the field rather than going for it. I don't mind going for it. Like I said then, I'll say it again. I don't mind going for it in that situation, but they probably should have kicked it with the way everything, has played out since, because, as I said then, the Chargers drove and scored on you. Go up 7-3. You go for it in fourth goal, you don't get it. They drive and score on you again? Okay, well, and they did, 14-3. You're going to want those 3 points that you don't have, and they do score a touchdown. It could be only a 4-point deficit right now at 17-13 if they would have kicked it. So we'll see if those 3 points on going for and fourth down comes back to bite them or not. But Yeah. What defense bends, doesn't break, and who can run the football and stop the run in the second half. Whoever can is going to win the game. Both quarterbacks, of course, yeah, no doubt about it, going to have to make some big plays when the game's on the line. No turnovers, so maybe expect a few turnovers. Knock on wood, hopefully not Pittsburgh. But keep in mind, special teams as well. See if they finally step up in the return game. Pittsburgh's able to get, they've been able, I should say, to get some good starting field possession here early on. Maybe Raven McLeod will finally break one off on a punt or a kickoff return for a score, and maybe that'll turn into the difference and, why they end up winning. Because it all starts up front. You got to be able to block the run, open with the pass, play good defense, but you also have to always rely on your special teams. So, until then, we sit at halftime with the Chargers leading the Pittsburgh Steelers by a score of 17-10. Earlier in the National Football League, this week 11 before week 12 kicks off on Thursday on Thanksgiving, with 3 matchups, with all 6 teams having lost this week, with the Bears and Lions and Turkeys, oh my, on Thanksgiving at noon. The Raiders and the Cowboys both lost, along with the Bills and Saints, as they preview that game, of course, during halftime here on Sunday Football, because that kick is on NBC Thursday night. As mentioned earlier in the previous stream with the Cowboys and Chiefs, arguably the best 3-game slate on Thanksgiving in quite a while, with the Lions hosting the Bears. That's a better matchup than you think it is. It honestly is, because Lions should have a few wins. The Chargers lead the Steelers here at halftime for just not tuning in, 17-10. But the Bears also have a few wins. So that'll be a good battle in the NFC North. I mean, hell, we just saw in the NFC North earlier with 2 other teams, the Packers and Vikings, go down the wire, and Minnesota wins it on a game-winning field goal, 34-31. And then the Raiders and the Cowboys, 2 of the NFL's most historic franchises in NFL history, with the silver and black and the star from North Texas Thursday afternoon, and then Buffalo and New Orleans, playing damn good football, but have sort of stumbled as of late. So they all lost today. 3 teams are going to win on Thursday, and somebody's going to continue to lose. But that'll be then. That's week 12. 3 games that'll kick off week 12 on Thursday, and we'll get more into preview next week here in a second as well. But right now at halftime on Sunday Night Football, as mentioned, the Chargers lead the Steelers by 7, 17-10. But week 11 began on Thursday Night Football with the New England Patriots blanking Arthur Blank, the owner of the Falcons, and the Dirty Birds on Thursday Night Football in a Super Bowl 51 rematch by a final score of 25-0. Earlier today, Jonathan Taylor, 5 rushing touchdowns, leading the Colts to victory on the road against the Buffalo Bills, as they were able to circle the wagons and defeat the team who they lost to in the playoffs by a final score of 41-15. The Ravens went to Chicago, defeated the Bears without Lamar Jackson. Very low scoring, got hot late, back and forth. Baltimore, 16-13 winners against the Bears. The Lions, they are still winless. They lose again. They tied Pittsburgh last week, but they still haven't won. They lose again. They covered the spread, but they lost at Cleveland 13-10. The Houston Texans upset the Tennessee Titans on the road from LP Field, Nissan Stadium in Music City, USA, winning 22-13 over the team that moved out of Houston to Nashville. And then, of course, the Texans entering as an expansion team about 20 years ago now. Winners to get their second win of the season, dropping Tennessee to 8-3, 22-13 their final. As mentioned, the Vikings won a game-winning field goal 34-31 against the Green Bay Packers, as both quarterbacks, Aaron Rodgers and Kirk Cousins, showed out. Back and forth battle. Barn burner coming down the wire. Really, whoever had the football last was going to win. and it was the Minnesota Vikings. They drained the clock, and they went on a game-winning kick, 34-31. The Miami Dolphins headed to East Rutherford and beat the Jets by 7 in the AFC East, 24-17. Eagles pick up their first home win in almost a year against the same team they last won at home against the New Orleans Saints by a final score of 40-29. Riverboat Ron Rivera and the former Washington Redskins, now the Washington football team, or whatever the hell their new nickname will be next year, go to Charlotte, North Carolina, and defeat his former team in the Carolina Panthers, in which Cam Newton returned and started for Carolina today as well, but not enough, as Washington picked up a 6-point road win, 27-21. Also, the 49ers, after a home Monday night win last week against the LA Rams, who are on a bye week this week, they'll head to Green Bay next Sunday. I'll have live watch-along reactions of Steelers, Bengals, along with the Rams, Packers next Sunday, so be sure to tune in. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Easiest way to stay up to date is, in fact, on social media. Links in the description below. But the 49ers went to Duval today and beat the Jaguars officially by 20 with a final score of 30-10. The Bengals defeat the Silver and Black Raiders from Sin City, Las Vegas, Nevada, 32-13. Cincinnati will host the East Pittsburgh Steelers next Sunday at 1 o'clock. As mentioned, I'll have live watch-along reactions, as always, live right here on the YouTube channel, so be sure to tune in. Then, a week from now, less than a week from now, actually, with Sunday Night Football about to kick off this second half, with the Chargers back deep to receive, up 17-10 against the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Also, earlier today, the Kansas City Chiefs defeated the Dallas Cowboys by 10, 19-9. You want to hear my thoughts and opinions on that? Be sure to go check out the live watch-along reaction stream from that matchup earlier this afternoon. And then we actually saw some bonus coverage. It was about a minute or so, and the game was already over by that point anyway. But the Cardinals went to the Pacific Northwest and defeated the Seattle Seahawks by 10, 23-13, without Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins. But those are, in fact, your final scores with some stats and scores update here at halftime during Sunday Night Football. This NFL Week 11, as we're about to kick off the second half with the Pittsburgh Steelers and the LA Chargers, 17-10 Chargers, as we begin the third quarter of play. And once again, thanks for tuning in and listening. As always, I'm your host, Encyclopedia Sports, Cool Hand Luke 96. Got a penalty flag already. Good return out to the 25-yard line before they run into a brick wall. Nice big tackle by 28 Miles Killebrew. And we'll see what the flag is. It was very early on the return from the 5-yard line, but it'll be 1st and 10 Chargers from, of course, where the hell they spot football at. What do we got? Illegal formation on the Steelers on the kickoff. 5 yards at the end of the run. Or are they going to make him re-kick? How do you get an illegal formation on a kickoff? Other than potentially maybe too many players lined up on one side. 5 yards at the end of the run. So 1st and 10 Chargers from about 30 to begin the second half. Up 17-10 on the Pittsburgh Steelers. And once again, thank you for tuning in and listening. As always, I'm your host, Encyclopedia Sports, Cool and Luke 96. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description below. That thumbs up button. Share hashtag NFL. Hashtag Steelers. Hashtag Chargers. Chat questions and comments. Super chats. Super stickers. Always greatly appreciated. Eckler on the give. Up the middle. 3 yards or so. 2nd down and 7. Not enough cohesion on defense. Yeah, I'd say so.
Whether it's rush coverage, container, communication, they all need to do a better job. As for Brandon Staley,
you don't say. Yeah, everybody needs to step the hell up. Herbert's movement in the pocket has been outstanding, says Brandon Staley. Yeah, the difference, as mentioned, it's Justin Herbert in their running game. Him able to tuck it and run and get a few big first downs to keep the drives alive. Got a false start. They'll back them up 5 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 12.
We saw the Pittsburgh Steelers come with a slot blitz, so I think that you're going to see
2nd and 13 officially.
And they're just going to have to survive on the back end in coverage. I just can't imagine the Steelers playing this any other way.
Herbert, ball deflected, almost picked off. And number 96, Isaiah Buggs, to infinity and beyond, buzzing his way high in the air. At least his arms were, deflected, and then he almost came down with the interception. Yep, he did. And then the ball hit the ground before he could catch it. Good defensive play by 9-6. 3rd and 13 now from the 27. Herbert looking to throw. Down the middle, wide open out past midfield. 1st and 10, Chargers. That is Keenan Allen on another reception. I'm telling you, they're hurting more in the secondary tonight than they are up front. And it's costing them now. No Joe Hayden, no Minka Fitzpatrick because of injuries. But it's still next man up, but they're getting beat. Sutton almost knocked it down, but a little too late. And then lucky Edmonds was there to make the tackle, or else, even though Keenan Allen fell down, he very well could have got back up and ran into the end zone for 6. Pittsburgh might have jumped off sides. Herbert fakes a give, another pass complete to Keenan Allen at the 30, and they bring him down at the 28. Nice tackle by 42, James Pierre. 1st and 10 again. Making it look easy. Just picking apart the Steeler defense. Eckler on the give. Austin Eckler, 12-yard run up the middle. And they can't stop the run either. They're getting picked apart on defense in the pass from Justin Herbert, and they cannot stop the running game. They're going to be in for it here before too long. I mean, hell, they already are, but just wait. It's about to get a little worse. Unless they get a stop, it's about to get a little worse. They have a 1st and 10 now inside the red zone. Ball at the 17. And Eckler once again inside the 5, and he's going to score his 3rd touchdown of the night. Jesus Christ. Herbert pass near side. Yeah. Jukes, Pierre, and Edmonds. And then Buggs brings him down, but he's in the end zone by that point and scores another touchdown. That's the 2nd receiving touchdown tonight. 3 total now. And he is single-handedly beating the Pittsburgh Steelers tonight on Sunday Night Football. Plain and simple. There's no other way of saying it. Extra points up and good. 24-10 with 11:50 to play in this 3rd quarter. There's nothing to be said other than they cannot stop the run, and they're getting picked apart. The defense is done for tonight. The only way Pittsburgh comes back and wins this, if they go hurry up and score and score and score on offense, which I can guarantee you that's not going to happen. But it's just going to turn into a shootout because they're not going to be able to stop them on defense still. And for the most part, even with 11 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter, this game's over. It is. There's no way in hell, none whatsoever, that they're going to get any stops on defense now. That's 4 drives and 4 scores for the Chargers. 3 touchdowns and a field goal. 24-10. But we'll stay on until this game, of course, goes final. But Pittsburgh's got to do something on offense. Pittsburgh has to do something on offense. And special teams are going to have to step the hell up. Because they can't stop them whatsoever on defense. They're getting beat single-handedly by their starting running back and number 30, Austin Eckler. But credit to the Chargers with their game plan. Knowing Pittsburgh's, of course, banged up. Balance. You're on the football. Herbert's near perfect, for God's sakes. And he's picking them apart. It's not like he's dumping off 2-3 yards here and there. Wide open down the middle of the field. And they haven't even taken deep shots down the sideline yet by any means. And they probably won't. They'll get back to the running game. But the Steelers can't stop the goddamn running game either. So there's no in between. What the hell do you expect? They need to run Najee Harris. They're still in it, but this game's over. Because the defense can't get any stops. That's 4 drives and 4 scores for the Chargers. And Herbert now has 2 passing touchdowns, both to Austin Eckler. And then Eckler has a rushing touchdown. And then they also have a field goal. Roethlisberger has a passing touchdown, Deontay Johnson. Boswell has a field goal. It's 24-10 when it should be 24-13 because they shouldn't have went for it. That's when the game flipped. When they went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Yeah, okay, credit. As mentioned then, Steelers drove and scored to start the game, 3-0. Chargers drove and scored to begin the game as well, 7-3. But then the Chargers drove 98 yards and capitalized. Went up 14-3, 17-10 at halftime. And they haven't looked back since. Pittsburgh's going to have to score and score fast and then score again. That's just to tie it up. Special teams is going to have to play a factor, touchback on the kicks, and nothing here. But the defense, they cannot make any stops. They're going to have to. So 1st and 10 from the 25. Everybody has scored on every drive tonight other than the turnover on downs for the Steelers on 4th and goal from the 2 when they should have kicked it. Fake the give, tight end screen near side to Pat Freiermuth. And 2, maybe 3 yards on the reception near side, 2nd and 8. But yeah, unless they score and cut it again and get a stop and do something, that's the only way they're getting back in this game. They need to step the hell up on defense. And they know it as much as we do, but they need to step up on defense if they're going to want to get back in this game. So 2nd and 8 from the 27. Handoff, Najee Harris up the middle, and nowhere for him to go. 3rd down. Credit to the Charger defense. They've been able to run the football and stop the run. And vice versa, the Steelers can't really run the ball and they can't stop the run. So, yeah, that's where we're at. Third and 8. They get it off as the play clock expires. Ben going to go deep far side. Has a man. It's dropped by Chase Claypool. Incomplete. 4th down. And here comes Presley Harvin with his blue suede shoes for the first time here tonight to punt for the black and gold. 3 and out for Pittsburgh. Can't even take a minute off the clock. Can't even go more than 2 yards, and you're going to punt. And just watch. The Chargers are probably going to drive and score some more points on this next drive. And for the most part, that'd seal it. Nice big boom from Harvin. And then maybe a little bit of a... Okay, I guess he didn't call for a fair catch. I thought he did. Because if he would have, and they ran into him like they did, that'd be kick catch interference. But yeah, I guess he didn't, and they tackle him, push him out of bounds, and now a first and 10 for the Chargers when we return. So that's where we sit at. First and 10 Chargers now at 14, 24-10 against the Pittsburgh Steelers here on Sunday Night Football.
This is Antonelli's Tea Shop, and we're the Antonellis.
We chose our new Spark Cash Plus card from Capital One because we earn unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase.
And with no preset spending limit, our purchasing power adapts to our business needs. What's in your wallet? The first ever Genesis GV70. Proud to be named Motor Trend's 2022 SUV of the Year.
Today we're kicking off breakfast with heart-healthy Quaker Oats.
Good call. Good call.
Real good call.
Grease, pass the oats.
Apples and cinnamon.
Deal, got it, baby.
Wait for the bus.
Unacceptable, bus. What'd I do?
Illegal use of window.
He gets FOMO. Fear of missing notes.
Penalty reversed. The result of the play is
Breakfast. Quaker Oats. A super trusted superfood. Always a good call.
Come alive for me. Come alive for me. Dun, 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 dun. Come alive for me. Come alive.
Go to NFLshop.com for a special offer.
Class back in session at Bayside High, and all new season of Saved by the Bell. Streaming Wednesday only on Peacock. Go to peacocktv.com. This side of from the 26-yard line. Chargers, 3 touchdowns, 1 field goal on their 4th.
Chargers are going to work an empty set, 5 wide, first and 10 from the 26, up 14 now on the Steelers, 24-10 here. 10 minutes to play in the third quarter. Complete to Keenan Allen again. Trey Norwood on the stop out of bounds after a pickup of 8. But, yeah, the Chargers have made it look easy tonight against the Steeler defense. And, I mean, you look ahead a little bit, especially if they can't get T.J. Watt back or even Joe Hayden or Minka Fitzpatrick in the back end. You go to Cincinnati next week. I mean, hell, you already lost to them by this same score we're at right now, 24-10. A few turnovers, of course, didn't go your way because you turned the ball over, of course. They capitalized and won by 2 scores, and, you know, rightfully so then at that point. You deserve to lose and be on a 3-game losing streak, but you found ways to win during a 4-game winning streak, tied last week. It's like, get back to the basics and, you know, of course, hope to get your playmakers back, but they're still going to have to try to make stops on defense tonight and in the future and play good on offense and move the ball downfield as they've made it look easy tonight as well. But the Chargers have just looked better on offense than the Steelers because the Steeler defense isn't as good tonight as it normally is, and they've been able to score on it. And Herbert shuffles it right the last possible second, and about 6, maybe 7 yards on the reception, second down. But I mean, you look ahead. I mean, once again, it's not getting any easier. Chargers tonight right now. You go to the Bengals, Ravens, at the Vikings, Titans at the Chiefs, Browns, and at the Ravens again. It's the last 2-game road trip of the year, but then it's home away, home away, home away the rest of the year after that. Bubble screen complete to Keenan Allen, and then Trey Norwood another stop, but he got the first down in the meantime. So 1st and 10 Chargers.
As the Pittsburgh Steelers have tried to increase some pressure and bring some blitzes, now we're seeing some of those quick throws and get the ball out of your hand. really, it's been a nice little boxing match put on by Justin Herbert out there. You want to come after me? Fine, I'll throw it quick. Otherwise, I'm getting it down the field. But really, I don't think they've taken a shot down the field this entire day.
They haven't. Chris Collinsworth is actually great as he slides on in. Here's a guy. And Roundtree, this is coming back for a hold. Nice run down the far sideline. But no, they haven't, as mentioned earlier, haven't taken a deep shot down the far sideline yet. Middle has been open all game. They're taking what the defense is giving them, and it's working out in their favor. So why do, more than you have to in that regard? Chargers are playing good, and the Steelers are getting beat.
One drop early on.
That was borderline backbreaker right there, and that was off of a blown play, really, because Herbert ran right into Roundtree in the backfield. And he had
Yeah, that's a good call on a hold. They finally called one.
Pittsburgh's defense typically is one of the most disciplined, gap-oriented, nobody out of position, but there are just so many guys playing the game that...
So, 1st and 20 now from the 41, trips near side. Herbert complete. And to the 40 go the Chargers again for another 15-plus yard gain, and all of a second and short. So they don't care about a hole. They're going to move the ball and beat you. That's exactly what the hell is happening right now. Steelers are getting beat.
All he can do is just sit and watch. And I tell you, there comes a point when a quarterback thinks he's not going to get hit in the football game where you get a little casual and you see some of the raw talent of what this guy is capable of doing.
2nd and 3. Motion man Keenan Allen near side. Hand off to Eckler. They finally wrap him up in the backfield. Cameron Sutton makes a tackle. Helmet comes off in the process, and maybe that's the spark the Steelers need. Let's go. Let's get back in this game, boys. Let's go. Third and 5 for the Chargers. Need a stop. Pittsburgh Steelers need a stop. Another trips near side. Watch for the deep ball. Watch for the deep ball. Herbert going to roll out. Highsmith and Hayward on pressure. He's going to tuck it and run. He gets a first down. Got a penalty flag. Coming back for another hold. We're going to have a hold. Who's it against?
So the flag is away from the play.
Holding on the Steeler defense. Penalty's going to be declined. First down. Or it's going to be added at the end of the run. First down. Jesus Christ. Sutton makes a tackle for loss in the backfield, and then play later on 3rd and 5. He holds, and I mean, they got the first down anyway, but that's going to be tacked on. Yeah, that's another good call. I mean, at least they're calling it down the middle, I guess. End around near side. And 5 yards on the run. 2nd down.
This was a team that you kind of get the feeling the Chargers learned how to win some really hard, tough games and going for it on 4th down. And, then they just hit a little skid. But there was a little anger in the building. Talking about, always down.
2nd and 6 from the 21. Trips in a bunch. Bubble screen. And Mike Williams for 3. Be 3rd and 3 with 4:50 to play in this 3rd quarter. I mean, even if the Chargers have to settle for a field goal, they're going to be up 2.5, 3 scores again. So, I mean, a touchdown right now will put it out of reach and, for the most part, seal it. And then 4th quarter will fly by. But 3rd and 4 officially. Pressure, and Herbert will escape another sack. He tucks it and runs. Another flag on the field. Down to the 3. It'll be 1st and goal. And it looks like it'll be another hold. Holding on the Chargers, 10 yards. They'll replay it. Be 3rd and 14. The difference has been Justin Herbert's legs tonight on Sunday Night Football. Because the Steelers can't stop the running game in general, and he's picking them apart in the pass game, and he's also able to tuck it and run. And they can't move the ball downfield now either on offense. So Pittsburgh flat out is getting beat. You want to witness an ass whooping in football? Turn on NBC. I mean, the penalties have cost both teams, no doubt about it, but they're getting beat. Pittsburgh is, no doubt about it. Slant, incomplete, and, well, at least they force them, and the Chargers are going to have to settle for another field goal here. I mean, it's the only good thing about it. Maybe a miss, but 24, 27, 10 here. 3:49 to play in the 3rd quarter. You're going to have to make some plays on offense and score some points if you even want to get close to coming back. 46-yard field goal here. And it's no good. Wide left. Pittsburgh jumped off sides, though. Yep. Jesus Christ. And just watch. He's going to make the next one from 41 yards. Yeah, he did jump off sides. They'll replay the down. It'll be 4th and 8. Yeah, he was offside. He didn't block it by any means, but it was no good wide left, but they still threw the flag. He was offside on that one. Joe Hayden wasn't against Packers, but Cameron Sutton was there, yeah, no doubt about it. He's going to line up on the other side now. This field goal from 41 yards out after the miss on the penalty. This kick going to be good, and the Chargers now lead 27-10. Just shooting yourselves in the foot. You know, we'll go round and round when we return, but what does, or what has Pittsburgh shown as of late? And it's not much. So, yeah, just disappointing. And I feel it all flipped. The script switched when they went for it on 4th and goal and didn't get it, and then they drove 98 yards on them and took control of this game, and they haven't looked back since. That's when it changed. Exactly when it changed. Disappointing. It's frustrating. It's all hell right now, too. Just, yeah. Yeah, no doubt they're missing a few key pieces on defense, but you still play with who you have. It's standard to standard, next man up mentality. Running game, Harris 10 for 35 compared to the Chargers. Eckler 7 of 38, but he has a rushing touchdown. And then Herbert has 5 carries, 57 yards rushing as well. And then Herbert's 2 passing touchdowns are both to Austin Eckler. Austin Eckler is single-handedly beating the Pittsburgh Steelers right now. Then they also have 2 field goals. He doesn't play. They have the 2 field goals. The Steelers are leading 10-6 right now. Not trailing 27-10. But they're not leading. They're trailing by 17. Midway through the 3rd quarter. As we near the end of the 3rd with 3:40 to play. And then another full 15 in the 4th. Gonna have to make some plays and score quick on offense to make some stops on defense, but we know they can't make stops on defense tonight, so there goes that. But that's where we sit at. Next week in the NFL, as mentioned, Week 12 will begin on Thursday with a triple header on Thanksgiving. We'll have the Bears and Lions, along with the Raiders and Cowboys, and then in the nightcap on Thursday night, it'll be the Bills on the Bayou taking on the Saints. And the next Sunday, Steelers, Bengals, Bucks, Colts, along with Panthers, Dolphins, Titans, Patriots, as Mike Vrabel returns to take on his former boss and Bill Belichick. Remember, the Titans ran Brady out of Foxborough and sent him packing to Tampa Bay before he won the Super Bowl last year. That'll be arguably, along with the Rams and Packers, the two best games next Sunday. I mean, Steelers-Bengals isn't a bad game. Pittsburgh's going to lose tonight, it seems like, though. Cincinnati going to be coming off another win. And then they already lost. The Steelers did the Bengals 2 months ago. So, yeah, tripleheader on Thanksgiving this Thursday. Bears, Lions, Raiders, Cowboys, Bills, Saints next Sunday, with the Steelers in Cincinnati taking on the Bengals. The Bucks will also be in the Midwest taking on the blue and white Colts. Panthers, Dolphins, Titans, Patriots, Eagles, and Giants. Falcons, Jaguars. Oh, that's a shit show, Jesus Christ. Jets and Texans, talk about shit show. There's whatever worse than a shit show from Houston. Chargers, Broncos, Rams, Packers, Vikings, Niners. And Sunday Night Football next week is Browns, Ravens. Monday Night Football, Seahawks, and Skins, the Washington football team from D.C. Back to it, though. Pittsburgh ball. Roethlisberger out of the gun, looking to throw. Dump off, complete to Najee Harris. And he's going to be brought down short of the line of the game. Third and 2. Third and 2 for Pittsburgh. Trips in a bunch. Stop your screen. Right to left across television screen radio on a dial from the 33. Out of the gun is Roethlisberger. Going to dump off to Najee Harris. No, pump fakes and then completes a pass to number 11, Chase Claypool, who gets into Charger territory for a big Steeler first down. There's a spark. Let's capitalize off it and score some points. Field goal, okay, if you have to settle, you're down 14, you're going to have to get stops on defense, though, and then score 2 touchdowns to tie it. When the Chargers have been able to drive all night, and you can't stop them, they've scored 27 total points, 3 touchdowns and 2 field goals. Touchdown would be nice, you're down 10, and then you're still going to have to score some more, but a mixture of whatever the hell happens. First and 10 from the 39. Ben complete to Deontay Johnson for 4. It'll be 2nd and 6. Minute and a half to play in this third quarter.
Is get Deontay Johnson on some catch and run possibilities. You know, it's fine. That was a good play, but this guy is most dangerous in space.
Hand off up the middle on 2nd and 5. Najee Harris. Keep running straight. Don't go side to side. You had the first down. And then he's tackled short of the line to gain again. 3rd and 2. My God, lower your damn head. Lower your shoulder and go. Truck him. Enough of this east-west shit. Go north-south. The end zone's in front of you. It's ahead. Not to the side. Those are the sidelines. You don't score there. You score in the end zone. 3rd and 2 again. And Ben looking to throw. Pump fakes. Complete to Najee Harris. He gets a first down. Nice stiff arm down inside the 25 at the 24. 1st and 10. 22 seconds in counting. See if they get it off once more before the end of the quarter. They probably won't, but 1st and 10 for Pittsburgh. They'll go hurry up. Probably just try to draw them off sides if I'd have to guess. They might snap it. But go. Let's go if you're going to snap it. 6 seconds. At this point, just let it go. They snap it 2. Ben looking to throw. Going to take a shot. No, he pump fakes dumps it off to Eric Ebron, his first catch of the night, and he gets a yard. So you do all that for a yard. But it's a yard, so I'll take it. 2nd and 9 to begin the fourth quarter. Steelers on the road here tonight on Sunday Football trail the LA Chargers 27-10. 27-10 Chargers at the end of 3. Herbert, 24-29, 271 yards passing and 2 touchdowns. Both Austin Eckler, who has 5 catches, 48 yards receiving, along with 7 carries, 38 yards rushing, and a touchdown as well, along with 2 field goals. There's 27 total points for the Chargers, whereas Ben Roethlisberger has 172 yards passing on 18 completions on 25 attempts and a touchdown to Deontay Johnson. DJ 18 has 6 catches for 69 yards in that score. Keenan Allen 9 for 112 yards receiving. Eckler, as mentioned, 5 for 48 and 2 scores. Mike Williams 4 for 44. Jalen Mickey Guyton 1 for 18. Josh Palmer 1 for 17. Cook 2 for 15. Donald Farmar Jr. 1 for 10. And Trey McKitty 1 for 7. Najee Harris, 11 carries, 38 yards rushing at the end of the third quarter. 11 carries, 38 yards rushing at the end of the third quarter, along with 4 catches, 15 yards receiving. Not enough. Not enough on the ground game. Snell, 2 for 7. Ray McLeod on end around 1 for 5. Balash is a carry for 3 yards. Claypool on end around as well, 1 for 3. But Pittsburgh receiving now. Ebron to close the quarter out. 1 catch, 1 yard on the night. Fryermuth 3 for 6. Not enough passes at the tight ends once again tonight. Deontay Johnson leads team in receiving, 6 for 69 in the score. McLeod 1 for 8. Chase Claypool 3 catches, 73 yards receiving. So 27-10. 27-10. Chargers lead it at the end of the third quarter against the Pittsburgh Steelers here tonight on Sunday Night Football. So once again, thanks for tuning in and listening. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description below, the thumbs up button. Share, check questions and comments, super chat, super stickers. Always greatly appreciated as well.
Contaminated water supplies. 6 News investigates Tuesday at 6.
Close one at the end against Chicago. Pittsburgh right now 5-3-1. Cincy wins today. Cleveland wins today. Everybody in that division over 500. KC wins.
Yeah, Pittsburgh with a loss still fall to last place in the North because the tie with last week, but then Baltimore, Cincinnati, and Cleveland all won. And Pittsburgh with a loss would fall to 5-4-1 with the Ravens at 7 wins and the Bengals, who Pittsburgh plays at next Sunday, and then the Browns, who they don't play again until after New Year's, both with 6 wins. But there's still a lot of football left to be played from now until the end of the season, but the schedule ain't getting any fucking easier. 2nd and 9. They had the toughest remaining schedule the rest of the regular season. James Washington on the reception, first of the night for him. So at least they're getting Ebron Washington finally involved. Took him to the 4th fucking quarter to do so, but here we are, 3rd and 4. There's still no running game. They can't stop the run. Can't get off the field on defense. Offense driving, though. 3rd and 4, needing a touchdown. But as mentioned, they settle for 3. They're down 2 scores. They're going to have to make stops, which they can't do to begin with, and then score 2 more touchdowns just to tie this game up. With, at that point in time, little no time remaining, even with timeouts, a 2-minute warning, the game's over. Game's been over since 11 minutes to play in the 3rd fucking quarter, for God's sakes. Ball batted down the line of scrimmage, incomplete. 4th down, and bring on Boswell for a field goal. At least you know you can get points there rather than go for it again on 4th down and not get it when he should have kicked it earlier. And that's when I feel the game switched. And that's when the Chargers took advantage, and they've controlled the game ever since. And here comes the Wizard of Oz, Chris Boswell, for a field goal. This is officially from 36 yards out. He's made 1 from 36 yards out already tonight, so this kick also going to be up and good. 27-13 with 14:10 to play. So they cut it back to 14, but they need to get stops on defense. Until they do, they're done for. Plain and simple. they've been trading field goals for touchdowns all night, and you can't do that and expect to win. Still, there hasn't been any turnovers, thank God. But there was a turnover on downs. That's when the game switched in my eyes, and the Chargers have controlled the game ever since. They have not looked back. They've scored on every drive they've had the football. So if that's not saying something, I don't know what is. 3 touchdowns and 2 field goals. Pittsburgh with 1 touchdown and 2 field goals. The difference still is not being able to run the football and not being able to stop the run. Getting picked apart on defense. Justin Herbert's legs and Austin Eckler. He has single-handedly beat the Steelers Sunday Night Football. 27-10, early fourth quarter. 27-13 now, excuse me, with the Steelers field goal again. 27-13, early fourth quarter, the Chargers lead it over Pittsburgh Steelers.
Lexi, play our favorite song again.
Okay.
December 2nd on NBC.
Sunday Night Football being brought to you by Applebee's new Cheetos Boneless Wings. By Toyota. Let's go places. By U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. In the gap. Thanksgiving coming up. Look at the work both teams are doing in their communities, including Mike Tomlin's annual tradition of providing turkey meals handed out by the Steelers rookies. Stadium in Inglewood. All the Rams and the Chargers.
Pittsburgh on to kick off. Touchback, 1st and 10, Chargers on the 25-yard line.
Terrible towels and the fact that I think most of the crowd is Pittsburgh oriented.
Well, one of the things that Brandon Staley wanted to do was create a culture of toughness, as he described it. And we have seen that toughness play itself out here tonight. Just a tremendous job of blocking for the franchise, Justin Herbert. And it's really been play after play. Of course, I understand they don't have T.J. Watt. They don't have some of their defensive linemen in here. But clearly, the mission of protecting Justin Herbert has been...
Handoff, Austin Eckler. All they're going to do is run this football and run the clock out. Pick up first down and run the ball down the Steeler defense throw and work the clock and win.
He was Roethlisberger's teammate at Miami of Ohio back in the day.
5-yard run up the middle for Eckler, 2nd down and 5.
Yep. All intersects. He's been part of that draft class in 04. Eli Manning, Phillip Rivers, and Ben himself. He's won 2 Super Bowls and played in the 3rd and lost to Green Bay. 2nd and 5.
From the 30, 2nd and 5, out of the I. Handoff to Eckler and Trey Norwood on the stop after a pickup of about 2.5, 3, 3rd and short.
Eckler tonight, 9 carries, 45 yards, 5 catches, 3 touchdowns overall.
And here we go. Here comes the blitz package if they want to be able to do that. Their linebacker Robert Spillane, number 41, is certainly a guy that we've seen blitzing in the past, but also Terrell Edmonds, a safety. We've seen Miles Killebrew.
Herbert on 3rd and 3, looking to throw a deep ball far side, incomplete, intended for Mike Williams. So the Steeler defense gets off the field, and they force the first Charger punt of the night with 12:52 to play in the game. And the Steeler defense going to get back out there and, of course, try to drive and score. Cut this lead again.
That was interesting because Pittsburgh really wasn't settled at all at the snap. But apparently neither were the Chargers. You know, they've been so efficient. That was a long throw on a 3rd down and short.
Tied long, good average. 48 yards per kick. Ray returned. There's a flag down right at the outset.
Ray going to pick it up inside the 20, flag on the field, and he's going to get a good return out past the 35. Be first and 10 Steelers pending the penalty.
Pending the call.
You ever wonder if you averaged it out? Oh, it's going to be one of those. Did he come back in immediately? He got pushed back out.
Charger defender on the return looked to have run out of bounds and then came back in before he reestablished himself. So I'll probably tack it on to the end of the run for Pittsburgh, if in fact it gets the Chargers.
I do wonder, though, if you averaged it out over the whole year and all the penalties that are involved, would you be better off fair catching and never running one out of the end zone the whole year?
Player of the kicking team, number 38, went out of bounds on his
Player went out of bounds on his own, didn't come back in, reestablished himself, and then made the tackle.
Those fouls are going to offset.
Okay, fouls offset. They'll re-kick fourth down. I guess there was a foul on the Steelers there as well that I didn't catch. But they'll re-punt 4th and 3. Watch a fake. Watch for a fake.
It's tough, but for Ben Roethlisberger, I mean, if he can somehow put together a drive here and get within a touchdown, and you can get the
And the defense finally mixing their stop.
you know, this is their shot now.
They blocked the punt. The Steelers blocked the punt. And it's going to roll and out of bounds at the 3-yard line. Miles Killebrew couldn't get it. The Steelers blocked the punt. They're going to have a 1st and goal inside the 5. There's your spark. There is your blocked punt they had week 1 at Buffalo, and they came back and beat the Bills. See if they can come back and beat the Chargers on Sunday Night Football. They blocked the punt. Miles Killebrew. Good decision to re-punt. Thank you for the penalties on that. And the Steelers block it. The ball just kept rolling. They couldn't get to it in time. It rolled out of bounds. It could have been another defensive score on a blocked punt for a touchdown. Now they'll have a 1st and goal from the 3. You have to score a touchdown now. You have to score 6. 1st and goal from the 3. Empty set 5 wide as Najee motions in the slot top of your screen. Zach Gentry in motion. Go to your tight ends. Ben fade, was looking for a fade far side. Dumped it off in the flat to Najee, incomplete. 2nd and goal. You have to score a touchdown off this. You cannot settle for 3. You have to score a touchdown. Let's go. Run the football, yes. Run it. Run the damn ball. Under center. Watch for an end around. Go to your tight ends. On a curl, on a comeback. They get it off. End around to Claypool and nowhere for him to go. He's going to lose a yard. Be 3rd and goal from the 5. Shit. Go to your fucking tight ends, Jesus Christ, in the end zone. Run that same play call you hit Freiermuth for 6 against the Browns a couple weeks back. Go to your damn tight ends. It's goal to go from the 5 now. Like, what the hell? Claypool gonna motion. Ben looking to throw over the middle. It's deflected, batted down, incomplete. You have to be fucking kidding me. 3 plays, you can't even move the football a yard. You have to go for a 4th goal. You can't settle for a field goal. You can't capitalize off of a blocked punt. 1st and goal from the 3. Are you kidding me? What kind of fucking play calls are these? How many times have I said it? Go to your damn tight ends. Watch, they will on 4th down. They'll get stuffed like they did earlier. Another motion by Chase Claypool. They barely get it off. They've been working this play clock. Slant over the middle, and it's going to be picked off in the end zone. Penalty flag from behind. And they're going to get a pass interference on the Chargers, and the Steelers are going to luck out and get an automatic first down, 1st and goal. Whew, Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's a good call. You can't tackle somebody on defense when the ball's being thrown their way before they catch it and not expect to get a foul called against you. Automatic first down, 1st and goal for the Steelers. You have to score a touchdown off of this. Still blows my mind. 3 plays, you can't even move the football an inch off of and capitalize off of a blocked punt. And then you, on 4th and goal, go for it, slant, and you block out because of a defensive pass interference. 1st and goal, you have to score a touchdown now. Run the damn fucking football from the 1-yard line. Hand off to Najee Harris. Go to Derek Watt, who's in a fullback. Go to your damn tight ends as well. Hand off to Najee, and Rock the Naj jumps over the line of scrimmage in the end zone for 6. Touchdown Steelers. And they cut this lead to 8, pending the extra point with 11:35 to play. And this game ain't over just yet. That's going to be the spark. The defense needs to capitalize off of it now, too, and get some fucking stops. The blocked punt, they do capitalize off of it with 6. You even go back to the 4th and goal, though, they went for it earlier on and did get it, and they should have kicked it. That's 3 points. They score now. You're only down 3. Field goal would tie with 11.5 to play. Touchdown will win it. Touchdown's only going to tie it now. Extra point up and good. 27-20 Chargers. Blocked punt. Almost returned for a touchdown, but they somehow, some way find a way to capitalize off it, even after not being able to move the football. Luck out with a defensive penalty. 1 play later, 1st and goal from the 1. They finally run the damn ball, too, thank you. Hand off to Najee Harris up the middle, and he jumps over the line of scrimmage and scores a touchdown. His first tonight. He now has 12 carries, 39 yards rushing, and a score. Roethlisberger, 19-29, 177 yards passing, and a touchdown. Herbert, 24-30, 271 and 2 scores. Both passing touchdowns. Austin Eckler also has a rushing touchdown. They're lucky to be where they're at right now, only down 7, because it was getting ugly there for a time. They still have not been able to get off the field on defense, and they can't stop the running game of the Chargers. They cannot stop Austin Eckler. Hell, Herbert has how many rushing yards tonight as well? They need to make stops on defense. They need to step the hell up, and that'll be the spark. They will, whether or not they get more stops than they just had, forcing the Chargers to punt for the first time all night. And guess what happens? They block the punt, and they score a touchdown on it on offense. So, 7-point deficit, still a lot of time with 3 timeouts, a 2-minute warning. This game ain't over just yet. I know I said it was over about a quarter ago now or so. 11 minutes to play in the 3rd, 11 minutes to play now in the 4th. In this game, hell, maybe we go to overtime again on Sunday night with the Steelers, as they defeated the Seahawks a month or so ago in overtime at home on Sunday Night Football as well. But, yeah, I know I said game was over then. They somehow, some way have found a way to get back in this, but they need more stops on defense. Until they do, the Chargers are still going to be able to drive downfield and score on them. Top to bottom, left to right, making it look easy all night. That was the first time they punted all night, and they blocked the punt. And it should have been a scoop and score on a blocked punt for a touchdown. But they couldn't get to it in time to roll out of bounds. Goal to go from the 3. They couldn't move the ball. 4th and goal, they go for it from the 5 because they lost 2 yards on the previous play. And then, of course, the defense pass interference helped them out. 1st and goal from the 1 play later. Najee's in the end zone for 6. So 27-20 Chargers with 11.5 to play. This game is not over just yet, folks. This game is not over. The Steeler defense needs another stop, and they need to score again on offense. Hell, maybe a defense touchdown. Maybe even special teams factors in some way. Once again, there's the blocked punt, but if you force another punt, maybe you can return a punt for a touchdown then at that point. This game is still going to come down the wire, as I said at the start of the game. Touchback on the kick. 1st and 10 Chargers from the 25. And now this crowd's into it because for the most part, it's all Steeler fans on the road in L.A. against the Chargers. And 1st and 10 from the 25, they have to use that as into their advantage. Complete, and Farmar gets to the 11-yard reception, to the 31, 1st and 10 Chargers. Need more defensive stops. 27-20 with 11:11 to play, so say your prayers. Wish for Pittsburgh to come back and win this game. Defense chants from the crowd in a home away from home game for the Steelers at the Chargers. Herbert looking to throw down the middle, and it's going to be incomplete at midfield. Nice coverage by James Pierre. 2nd and 10.
With a chance on this one. I really think he was trying to get the ball to Keenan Allen, but Devin Bush had good coverage there. That's really a perfect throw. Just the ball needs to be caught. Here you go. Now, Justin Herbert, what has been a very relaxed and comfortable game, is getting uncomfortable.
2nd and 10. Briggs and pressure. Eckler going to motion out, far side, near side, or out wide, near side by himself. And another pass down the middle. Cool, calm, and collective is Justin Herbert Pervert, and another 15-yard reception.
You'll see Herbert look this way just to hold him in that spot. He knew the whole time where he was going. There was no doubt he was coming back to Barham on that one. He just tried to freeze that athletic middle linebacker.
Both these teams in the running game need to find it. Chargers have one, the Steelers sort of do, but run the ball, run the damn clock. And Roundtree barks his way up the Steeler defense and gets 5 yards, 2nd and 5.
Good test for Herbert here. I'm enjoying watching him in this situation. Sometimes there's almost as much pressure trying to protect a lead as there is when you're behind.
Yeah, you're being chased.
I don't want to give him anything free.
2nd and 5 from the 47. It's a little high, incomplete, almost picked off by Edmonds. Incomplete, 3rd and 5. 9:23 to play.
Right off the edge, but I tell you, if they don't get a hand on this ball, if Keenan Allen does not touch that football, it is intercepted by Terrell Edmonds.
Pressure get on that time by Austin Millette.
That is a big non-catch right there.
Perfect deflection.
Herbert going to step up and run on 3rd and 5. And he's still going inside the 30. That's a hold. He's still going inside the 20 down at the 13 by Cameron Hayward. And now some pushing and shoving. Now penalty flags coming flying. Arthur Millette's down injured. 36-yard run by the starting quarterback on 3rd and 5. And his name's not Michael Vick.
Herbert's now run for 93 yards, pending the penalty here, which I think came.
See what the flag is. It's going to be after the play.
Cameron Hayward is unbelievable. He chased down Herbert.
After the play, so the run's going to stand. Got a personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct on Cameron Hayward. Half the distance, automatic first down, so 1st and goal.
Yeah, I mean, it was a fantastic play.
Chargers score, they're going to win. For sure. This time, for sure. Sure, something was said. Hayward continued to lay on him after he tackled him. And then a Charger player came in to pull him off, and then there was pushing and shoving. And then the flag came out. So now 1st and goal from the 5. 8:52 to play. Eckler on the give, and Austin Eckler scores his 4th touchdown of the night. He's now has 2 rushing and 2 receiving. 33-20. Just like that, Chargers strike. They don't care about the blocked punt you scored on. We're going to drive and score on your ass because you can't stop us on defense, and rightfully so. They have scored on every single drive other than the blocked punt that Pittsburgh capitalized on. Just the Steeler defense tonight, just no. It's not there. It hasn't been there tonight. Extra point, 8:48 to play. Up and good, 34-20 Chargers.
That's entertainment. If the Chargers aren't entertaining, right now, I give up.
Making it look easy. Making it look fucking easy. So, yeah. Pittsburgh, yeah, they're going to be done for here tonight.
Well, I don't see why you should have to. Let's set you up with a side gig savings goal on the US Bank mobile app. This way you can turn it into your main hustle before you know it.
You're my hero, Alex.
What are you working on now?
Pool cover.
That's fun.
Oh, I made my wife a big
It's at this rate, you move on to next week.
what I made for Max. Max, look at him. He loves it.
The confidence to make your dream.
You know, we were waiting on Sunday football day as always.
Go Cheese Fritters.
From, the Sunday afternoon with Cowboys Chiefs Sunday football.
Spiders.
With the Steelers and Chargers now, but there's always next week, and hopefully, like I said, they get T.J. Watt, Joe Hayden, and Fitzpatrick back because they're gonna need them. They're gonna need them. Hopefully, they can split with Cincinnati. With the loss, they're going to fall to last place in the division just like that because all the other 3 teams won today. They'll be 5-4-1. LA will get to 6-4. Just frustrating. Very frustrating as all hell. There's not really much else to be said, really. No running game on offense. Can't stop it on defense. Eckler now 10 for 50 on the ground, 2 touchdowns, but he also has 2 receiving touchdowns as well. He has single-handedly beat the Steelers tonight. Herbert, almost 300 yards passing, 100 yards rushing. I mean, come on. With 2 passing touchdowns as well, both to Austin Eckler. So it's been Herbert, Eckler, and the kicker for the LA Chargers. Steelers special teams blocked punt again. Second time they've done that this year on the road. They won't win this game though, like they beat Buffalo week 1. But if they do, I'd be shocked they come back and win it. Now down 14 with 8.5 to play, even with 3 timeouts, 2-minute warning, time's on their side. If they would have made a stop there, okay, get the ball back, drive, tie it up. There's a different story there. But yeah, no, not now. This game, for the most part, is probably over with. They haven't been able to get off the field on defense. The penalties have factored in on both sides now. Still no turnovers. We have a kickoff, but then touchback, so 1st and 10 from the 25 for the black and gold. Down 14, 34-20 against the Chargers here tonight on Sunday Football. And once again, thanks for tuning in and listening, but Pittsburgh going to come up on the wrong end here tonight on the road. And Roethlisberger's still in his career never going to win a game on the West Coast, which that's a stat. And by the end of the year, they don't travel out west again until, of course, the playoffs, if they have to. Hopefully the Super Bowl 56 in this very stadium, February 13th. So maybe they can get there and have them right off in the sunset that way and finally win out west, but I doubt it. But we'll see how the remaining 8:48 goes and the rest of the season goes as well. 1st and 10. Roethlisberger strip sack. He somehow recovers it. Okay. He'll be second and long back of the 16-yard line, excuse me. Down by 14, 34-20. But, yeah, they have no running game still. It's pathetic. You're into November. It's Thanksgiving. You have no running game. Just what a shame. And then tonight on defense, just not themselves because of some injuries. Really not knowing how to play defense. I mean, they made some stops, but they couldn't go up the field, and they couldn't stop Justin Herbert. They couldn't stop Austin Eckler, and they couldn't stop the running game. They got picked apart left and right, top to bottom. Couldn't stop the run. Chargers made it look easy on them, and they drove and scored on every single drive, whether it be a touchdown or field goal, minus the blocked punt that they punted on. The Steelers capitalized on. So that's where we're at if you're just not tuning in on Sunday Night Football. The Steelers already, not even a minute off the clock. Well, now we do have a minute off the clock. 3rd and 3. Trips in a bunch from the 32 after a nice big pass complete to number 11, Chase Claypool. Roethlisberger pass complete, 1st down. Steelers. Ray McLeod for 4 yards. 1st and 10 for the black and gold. I mean, if they can show some fight from now until the end of the game, score again. I mean, you never say never, but as Mike Tomlin said, never. They are in LA, USC's right down the road, but yeah, no, that's never happened. So people couldn't shut the fuck up about that as they did after that was said, because that was just to get people talking and it worked, but where does it go? Yeah, exactly, nowhere. 1st and 10, Najee Harris on a completion to the 41, 2nd down. He's a little slow to get up. He did take a big hit.
Officially out with a concussion as we see the injury now to Najee Harris. But here's Asante Samuel on this play, and there's some extra concern because he had his first concussion 2 weeks ago, week 9. So now officially with his second, and we'll get word now on
Najee Harris down injured, not a good sign. Lucky earlier with a left knee injury. I think he probably just got his bell rung there. He gets up, walks off. He'll be all right. They'll take a commercial break. 2nd and 5 for the Steelers when we return.
T-Mobile and Sprint customers like me. Back to you. Hello?
We're going to T-Mobile. Upgrade the iPhone 13 Pro and AirPods both on us. This week only at T-Mobile.
I told you I was going to win. Windows 11 takes game to another level. And when it comes to streaming movies, we haven't really experienced any buffering. Seeing me boot up that quick, I was genuinely surprised.
Stronger together. Toyota. Let's go places.
Take advantage of Lowe's Black Friday deals early. Full of savings to make the season twice as nice and twice as merry. Buy online and pick up in store today.
Why have you been following me?
You're the key to saving my family.
You have to get through the hurdle. You will die.
I will be shocked if you are not in the film. You always move me emotionally.
I love watching you blossom.
You're just so incredible.
Back from the injury timeout. It'll be Pittsburgh Steelers football. Yeah, he took a big hit right to the face. He got his bell rung. That's all he did. He'll be all right. He'll probably be questionable to play next week, but we'll see if he does or not. 2nd and 5. Pittsburgh's banged up. They are. From the 41, 2nd and 5, under 7 to play, down 14. Roethlisberger down the middle, incomplete. 10 for Deontay Johnson, 3rd down.
So it'll be 3rd down and 5.
Starting to play Joey Bosa down inside more. Is creating some immediate pressure in the case of Ben Roethlisberger. So they go with that 5-down look to try and create the one-on-one matchups and allow Bosa to go to work.
It's 39 yards on 12 carries. You're right, Chris. It's going to be a running game tonight. They're averaging Steelers are just 3 yards per carry.
3rd and 5. 3 wide. They have not gone to tight ends whatsoever tonight, once again. Over the middle on the slant, complete to Deontay Johnson. Nice catch and run out past midfield, inside Charger territory, down inside the 30-yard line, 1st and 10. All right, you still got 3 timeouts in time. Get up there and go. Score, get another stand on defense, get the ball back, score, tie it up. Game's not over just yet, but time's not on your side right now. Need to go now. 1st and 10 from the 27. 6:06 to play. Roethlisberger looking to throw, going to step up down the middle. Has a man at the 10, and it's Eric Ebron. 1st down. Where's this been all night? I mean, it was there early, but then you got in a hole, and until you got out of it, which is now, you may able to do jack shit. Defense hasn't been able to get off the field either, and you've been playing catch up all night, basically. Been playing catch up all night. Complete to Claypool. 5 yards on 1st and goal to the 5. 2nd and goal, 5:25 to play. Down 14, 34-20.
But they keep rolling the safety over the top of that single receiver. So in reality, even if you want, you really should run the ball. But if you want to throw the ball, you probably should go back to the multiple receiver side.
Hey, you might want to run the ball, but you don't have your back in there. Harrison, the 10, they spread it out.
2nd and goal, empty set. 5 wide from the 5. 5 on the dot to play now, under 5. 2nd and goal. Need a touchdown. They'll end up going for it on 4th and goal if they don't get it. Complete to Ebron again. They finally go back to the damn tight ends. Thank you, and they score. See? It works. Touchdown, Steelers. Roethlisberger, 5-yard passing touchdown to 85. Eric Ebron to cut it to 8 again. 34-26. You kick the extra point, make it a 7-point deficit again, but you can't keep cutting. You got to make a stand on defense, get the ball back, drive and score again to tie this sucker up. You still have time with 3 timeouts and 2-minute warning. This 4:49, 3 timeouts and 2-minute warnings, an eternity, believe me. This is a whole hell of a lot of time. Game's not over just yet. Pittsburgh coming back again, but they have to once again get another stop on defense. If not, they're done for. I've said that how many times tonight? Because this game's been over, I don't know how many times, but somehow, some way, they keep finding ways to get back in it. Credit to them. Roethlisberger, 5-yard passing touchdown. Eric Ebron with a few catches now. And a score. Roethlisberger, 26-37 for 261 and 2 touchdowns. One to Deontay Johnson, and that to Eric Ebron. Still no running game, though. Najee Harris, 12 for 39 and a score. He also has 5 catches, 20 yards out of the backfield, but that's not saying much. Where Deontay Johnson has 7 catches for 101 yards receiving. We have 2 100-yard receivers tonight in Deontay Johnson and Keenan Allen in Sunday Night Football. Have a quarterback, 2 quarterbacks. Roethlisberger catching Herbert, about 30 yards behind, but Herbert's 6 yards shy, 300 yards passing, and 7 yards shy of 100 yards rushing. Roethlisberger, 26-37, 261 and 2 scores. Justin Herbert, 26-34, 294 and 2 scores. 1 to Deontay Johnson, 1 to Eric Ebron. Both to Austin Eckler. Eckler also has 2 rushing touchdowns as well. Eckler, once again, single-handedly beating the Pittsburgh Steelers. 10 carries, 50 yards, and 2 touchdowns, 5 catches, 48 yards receiving, and 2 touchdowns. So, just still finding ways to get back in it, but they need a stop on defense. They do.
It's still only for the military community.
Come on, boys, let's go. This game ain't over yet.
With NFL Game Pass, now for just $9.99 a month.
Mike Tomlin's still not 50 years old. He'll turn 50 this spring. Fewest games to 150 wins among head coaches. Look at this list. Shula, Hallis, Lambeau, and then Tomlin at 233 games. And Mike will probably win a few more before this campaign is done.
What I always say about stats, show me who else is on that list. I'll tell you how impressive the stat is. That's impressive.
That's pretty good. And that's
Boswell on the kickoff. Another touchback. 1st and 10 Chargers from the 25-yard line.
only a one-year defensive coordinator in Minnesota. Took over for Bill Cowher. Of course, in a half century, the Steelers have had 3 head coaches. Won a Super Bowl. It still takes a little bit of heat. You know, they want him to do more. Some Steelers fans, but what else is done?
I want to do more than what he's done. That's interesting. But the one thing I did find interesting was that as a very young coach at age 24, he was a wide receiver coach, and he was advised that it's probably in his best interest to move to the defensive side of the ball.
1st and 10 from the 25. Pressure, but Herbert gets rid of it. Falls incomplete, luckily. Overthrew Keenan Allen on an out route far side. Incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Coaches, that was the quickest path to have a chance to move up in the National Football League. It's amazing a 24-year-old could be thinking like that, but I think he knew who he was, and he said people like Tony Dungy and Ray Rhodes were all defensive.
So 2nd and 10. Need to get some pressure, but somebody's got to be there to take him down when he's going to tuck it and run, because he's been able to beat him in that all night. Empty set, 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Ball batted down. It's in the air, and it's going to be picked off by Cameron Sutton at the 12-yard line. The Steelers get the first turnover of the game. Cameron Hayward got his arms up and deflected it, and the Steelers pick it off. The first turnover comes with 4:36 to play, and the Steelers are going to have to capitalize and score a touchdown to tie this game up. Knock on the door. 1st and 10 inside the 15. We'll see where they spotted at. Always has to be like this, doesn't it? Always have to have a heart attack when the Steelers play. Jesus Christ. I tell you what. Not giving up. Finding a way to find their way back. Who says you can't go home? It's a home away from home game for the Steelers tonight on the road against the Chargers on Sunday Night Football. Down and out numerous times, and they're still in this game. First turnover of the night, Justin Herbert interception, and the Steelers are 1st and 10 inside the 15, knocking on the door, looking to tie this game up at 34 apiece. What a fucking game. Officially from the 11-yard line. 1st and 10, empty set, 5 wide. Go to your damn tight ends again, please. Go to Freiermuth. Ben looking to throw. Near side, incomplete. 10 for Claypool. 2nd and 10. Now a late penalty flag as well. You have 8 shots. Now 7 to punch it in, but 8 again with a roughing the passer on the Chargers. That'll be 15 yards, half the distance, automatic first down. Be 1st and goal from the 6. So 1st and goal officially from the 5.5-yard line. Touchdown ties it. Trip, stop your screen. Go back to your damn tight ends. Run the damn ball with Najee. Rock it. Pump fake. Over the middle. Incomplete to Kalen Ballage. Second and goal, excuse me. And Najee Harris being evaluated for concussion, so he's going to be out for the time being. But you have Benny Snell and Kalen Ballage. It's next man up. All the injuries on defense, they finally step the fuck up late in the game and get a turnover. And the Steelers have a chance to tie this game up. And both teams have 3 timeouts and a 2-minute warning to come as well. So this game, by all means, is not over just yet. Ballage in motion. Ben, complete to Fryermuth on a tight end screen. He's going to walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. What'd I fucking say? Fryermuth. Touchdown, Steelers. They're an extra point away from tying this sucker up. 4:23 to play, but you got to get back out there on defense. The Steelers somehow, holy shit, they've tied this game up. What a Sunday night game. Nice play call. Thank you. They go to the damn tight ends. Pat Fryermuth with a touchdown. Boswell's extra point is up and good. 34-34 in epic Charger fashion. We're tied. 4:23 to play, 34 apiece. Chargers, old habits never fail, right? Well, here we go again. So, who steps up on defense? Cameron Hayward and Joe Hayden. And then Roethlisberger with another passing touchdown to the rookie tight end from right here in Happy Valley out of Penn State and number 88, Pat Fryermuth. That's 2 back-to-back drives, passing touchdowns to both tight ends and Eric Ebron and Pat Fryermuth. Took them this long, but they finally do it. Been saying it all damn night. Go to your damn tight ends and run the football. Sucks Najee's injured now. Jonte Johnson has over 100 yards receiving. But you have to, once again, tie ball game. This game ain't over here yet. Have to get another stop on defense. 34-34. You have to be kidding me. This game has been over for the Steelers numerous times tonight. But grit. They have found a way to fight their way back to tie this game up. So, let's go. First and 10 from the 25 for the Chargers. Herbert, pass, bobbled and dropped by Jared Cook. Was it a catch? And then fumbled? No, they say incomplete. Steelers recovered it just to be safe, but incomplete intended for Cook. Second and 10, 4:18 to play. God. We might look back at this game in a few weeks that if they go on another fucking run, this is when it started. Even without TJ Watt, Joe Hayden, and Minkah Fitzpatrick, just wait until they come back. Herbert goes down on the sack. Alex Highsmith with another sack on Herbert tonight. 3rd and long. And SoFi Stadium feels like Heinz fucking Field. Third and 14, officially back at the 21. We're going to have a timeout. Who called it? The Steelers. Okay, they'll have 2 remaining with 3:55 to play. We're tied at 34, though. Just hope to God this game doesn't go to overtime and end in a tie like it did last week. That'd be a stat. Has one team in NFL history tied in back-to-back weeks against 2 different teams with 2 different scores. Probably not.
24 points now in the 4th quarter for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
But I'd hope to God if it does go to overtime, they find a way to win it again on Sunday Night Football and OT. Hope they win in regulation to begin with. And Ben Roethlisberger, along with Deontay Johnson and the Steeler defense, I'm not going to single anybody out, but Cameron Hayward and Cameron Sutton cut by Jared Cook on 3rd and 14. He's going to be short. It'll be 4th and half a yard. 4th and short, 4th and half a yard for the Chargers. They go for it or they punt? They'll probably go for it. Try to draw them off sides at least, call a timeout, and then punt.
But you have one of the best teams in football in these 3rd and 4th and 1s as well, and a monster of a quarterback in Justin Herbert.
4th and inches. Because if you don't get it, you're giving Pittsburgh good starting field position. Don't jump off sides. Do not jump off sides. They're going to go for it. And they don't get it, and the Steeler defense holds. Bringing it down. Turnover on downs. Steelers getting the ball back. 1st and 10. 2 timeouts. 3:43 to play. We're tied at 34. Field goal takes the lead. Touchdown. With the way this defense is playing right now, I would think, feels safe to say, would seal it. But this game has been crazy as of late. Back and forth. So who the hell knows what's going to happen. They go for it. Don't get it. That's why you punt. Try to draw them off sides. Okay, you get an automatic first down then. Free first down out of it. They don't. You snap the ball. You don't get it. Turnover. You're giving them the ball good starting field position. You punt. You switch fields. You make them drive on you if you want them to score. That might have just lost the Chargers the game if they do, in fact, end up losing. Going for it on 4th down. Both teams are 0 for 1 now on 4th down tonight. See if the Steelers can capitalize with a touchdown just like the Chargers did earlier. They don't have to drive 98 by any means, but from the 34, 1st and 10. Pass, incomplete, 10 for Claypool. Why are you fucking passing? Run the damn ball. You have Najee Harris out right now because of an injury with a concussion, but you also still have Benny Snell and Kalen Ballage. Run the damn football. Work this clock. As the Steelers' all-time record, they're 230 when trailing by 17 or more in the 4th quarter. Their largest deficit was 15 points, so NBC says, in 1962 against the Washington Redskins. That's a stat. Now, you just need to hold on to win to have it come true. Complete to James Washington. And on 2nd and 10, he's going to get 8. Be 3rd and short, 3rd and 2.5, 3. Another timeout? No. We're going to roll. 3rd and 3. Go back to your tight ends. I mean, you probably should have ran it on 1st down to begin with. Pass there, and then either or here on 3rd. 3rd and 3. And they're going to line up empty. 5 wide, and Ben's going to call timeout. Play clock winding down. Doesn't like it. They're going to call their 2nd timeout. They'll have 1 remaining with 2-minute warning with 3:34 to play. Tied 34 with the Chargers here on Sunday Night Football. What a game. What a comeback for the Steelers. I wonder if the Chargers played Renegade again to get the Steeler crowd into it. Probably not. I'm sure the Steeler Nation knows, waving those terrible towels, getting the crowd into it, defense making some stops, and whew. Pittsburgh's coming for you, LA. Talk about a blue collar to a white collar city. 3rd down and 3 after a Steeler timeout from the 27-yard line. Pump fake. Ben incomplete. That's pass interference. Where's the fucking flag? Thank you. 10 for Deontay Johnson, and they're going to get a automatic 1st down out of it. Yeah, that's a penalty. You'll see it on replay. You can't tackle somebody once again while the ball's being thrown to them before they even have a chance to catch it. That's a defensive hold or a defensive pass interference. Yeah, no. Oh, come on. They said it was uncatchable. So incomplete 4th down. All right, kick it. Kick it. Bring Boswell out for the third time. Should be the fourth. Defense still going to have to get another stop. He's 2 for 2, both from 36. He's made both. This officially going to be from, we'll see. Where they spotted at? Back at the 27, so about a 44, 45-yard field goal. Boswell's kick up and good. The Steelers take their first lead since they led 3-0 earlier in the game. It's now 37-34 with 3:24 to play. Steelers have a timeout. Chargers with 3. 2-minute warning to come. Steeler defense needs to get another stop, though. And just think, go back to when they went for it on 4th and goal and didn't get it when they should have kicked it. There's another 3 points, and you lead by 6. Score a touchdown, maybe they miss it. You're tied at 40 then. Just a thought, but they lead by 3. A lead's a lead. Defense playing well. Get back out there and do it again. 37-34 Steelers with 3:24 to play. Chargers blowing another lead. Them and the Falcons have a habit of doing that. But the Chargers really haven't done that at all this year. Maybe once or twice, but they're playing damn good football, and they have tonight. They've looked unstoppable, but the Steelers here towards the tail end of this game found a way to come back and tie it, and now just took the lead. If you're just now tuning in, 37-34. It started with the blocked punt, yeah, but then the Chargers answer off of that anyway, and then it was the interception is what cost the Chargers for the Steelers to tie it up, and they finally go to the tight ends in the red zone. 2 straight drives, 2 straight touchdowns, Eric Ebron and Pat Fryermuth, and then the field goal to take the lead at 37-34. 1st and 10 Chargers from the 25. Pump fake, and then Herbert somehow gets rid of it. Complete to Farmer, and Devin Bush and Chris Wormley make the stop. 2nd down and 5 with 3 minutes to play. Joe Schobert, somebody we haven't heard from tonight on the Steeler defense. We'll see if he can get a stop, too. Herbert looking to throw. It's complete to Eckler. Devin Bush on the tackle at the 46-yard line. Be 1st and 10. Charger touchdown wins it. Field goal will tie it. Keep in mind, Chargers had a field goal they missed, but there's an offside on the Steelers. They kicked it again and made it. So, really, it could be, 37-31. Touchdown would still win it by a point, but then a field goal they'd have to cut if they'd score quick. Of course, 2 minutes, timeouts, etc. Still probably, gonna try to score a touchdown out of it. And Mike Williams scores a touchdown on that play anyway. Jesus Christ. Justin Herbert, pass complete to Mike Williams. He beats the defender down the near sideline and walks into the end zone for 6, and the Chargers retake the lead. Now we're back and forth. Once again, what defense is going to bend but doesn't break? And 3 plays, 75 yards later, the Chargers retake the lead, 40-37. The only good thing about this is the Steelers, okay, it sucks they only have 1 timeout. They had to burn one there. But they still have 2 minutes and 9 seconds to play in the 2-minute warning. Here's the extra point. This is crucial to make it a 4-point lead because the Steelers would then need a touchdown to win it. Kicks up and good. So 41-37 Chargers with 2:09 to play. As the over has hit. The last time the Chargers hosted an AFC North team and the Cleveland Browns, remember that game was a shootout as well. Back and forth. And I believe they found a way to win, if I'm not mistaken. See if the Steelers can reverse that in their favor and come back and win this. Boswell ain't going to be able to come out for a field goal because, well, if you had your one from earlier, well, it's 41-40 and then a field goal will win it for him. That's 5 field goals in for Boswell. He's 3 for 3, should have 4, but go back to the 4th and goal. That's what it's going to come back to if they lose by a few here. Even with everything else that happened. Exactly what it's going to come back to when they should have kicked it. Jesus Christ. Small little things, what I tell you. They all add up. Because if they have those 3, it's 41-40. All they do is get balls off field goal range now. But no, they have to score a touchdown now to win it. We'll have a touchback on the kick, 1st and 10 Steelers from the 25-yard line. They'll have 1 timeout, 2:09 with a 2-minute warning, and 75 yards to go to hit Pater to win this game on the road on Sunday Night Football. And Najee Harris back in the game. Has cleared concussion protocol. He is okay to go. Run the football. Run this clock, score a touchdown, and win it. Make sure they have no time to do anything at all if you're even going to give them the chance to get the ball back. Run the damn ball. Let Ben be Ben, though, too, and air it out a little bit, but not much. But, of course, there'll probably be a few third downs. Somebody's going to have to step up and make a few plays. Empty set, 1st and 10 from the 25. Ben, and in the meantime, he's going to get out on the fucking sack, 15-yard line. Jesus Christ. And that'll take us to 2-minute warning. Be 2nd and a mile with 2 minutes to play. Steelers trail by 4. 41-37, and they'll have 1 timeout inside of 2 minutes to go. And they'll take a quick commercial break, it seems like. And we'll get back to it momentarily. Or actually, we won't take a commercial break now. We'll stick with it. I'll show a replay of the sack. That, you don't need to show that again. It was a sack. It was a loss of how many yards, and now 2nd and long. Watch, they'll run a draw. It'll be 3rd and probably 10 at best, and they'll probably have a 4th down. They probably won't get it, and then that'll do it because we're inside 2 minutes, and they're only going to be able to stop it once, and they'll probably, Chargers still find a way to win this game. Close games this year in the NFL, 23 games decided on final play of the game. The most through 11 weeks since the AFL-NFL merger in 1970. So that's a good 51-year record. 2 minutes to play, 2nd and 18 for the Steelers. They trail by 4, 41-37. And Ben looking to throw. He's going to go down on another sack back at the 3-yard line. So credit to this Charger defense. Making big stops late in the game, just like the Steelers defense did. Of course, Steelers tie it. Field goal. They score again. And now we're going to have 3rd and from whatever the halfway mark between Pittsburgh and LA is to go. 3rd and 29 officially. Back at the 5-yard line. Roethlisberger looking to throw down the middle. Has a man incomplete, intended for Deontay Johnson. 4th down, and here's your ball game, folks. Here's your ball game. And the Steelers, yeah, no doubt about it. They found a way to get back in and tie it up, but then guess what? The 3-game losing streak. What have I said all season long that cost them those games? Yes, turnovers and, stupid penalties and some. But there was a big play late in the 4th quarter that they gave up, and the opponent ended up scoring. We had that just a minute ago with the Chargers. Touchdown from Justin Herbert to Mike Williams for 6 to retake the lead. And that's exactly how they're going to lose this game. 4th and 29, delay a game. It'll be half the distance. So from the 2.5-yard line now, 4th and a mile, with 1:19 to play. 4th and 32 now. Credit to the Chargers. Credit to the Chargers. Here's your game. Incomplete from Roethlisberger. That's your ball game. They can only stop it once more. They probably won't. Chargers are going to beat the Steelers 41-37 on Sunday Night Football. This game's been over for a while. It has. Steelers somehow, some way, though, found a way to get back in and tie it up. But then the Chargers were able to respond and retake the lead and find a way to win it late. And credit to the LA Chargers. They'll get to 6-4. Pittsburgh going to drop to 5-4-1. They'll lose for the first time since early October at the Green Bay Packers, as today is the Sunday before Thanksgiving, so it's been a while. They tied last week, but they had a 4-game winning streak with a bye week. And, you know, all good things, obviously, yeah, in the end, must come to an end at some point in time. But even without, okay, early on it was bad, you know, because they couldn't get off the field and they couldn't stop the running game and they were getting picked apart on defense. But even without T.J. Watt, Joe Hayden, and Minka Fitzpatrick late, the defense found a way to make a few big stops. Special teams came up key with, you know, that blocked punt that they finally capitalized on because of the penalty. And they scored and cut it again. But the Chargers said, well, we don't care about that. We're going to score again, which they did. And then the Steelers still found a way after all that to come back and tie it up and then even take a lead with a field goal. Just think, if they would have been able to score rather than settle for 3 on that last drive, and the Chargers score like they did, we're tied at 41 right now, along with if they didn't go for it on 4th and goal earlier in the game when they did and didn't get it. That's when I feel the game switched in the Chargers' favor. They took control, took advantage of it, and didn't look back up until as of late. There's 3 points there. All you have to do on this drive, which didn't go the right way because of a few sacks late, that'll do it. Final kneel down from Herbert. Chargers are going to beat the Steelers 41-37 on Sunday Night Football. A very tough loss on the road for the black and gold, no doubt about it. Post-game handshake with the 2 head coaches of Mike Tomlin and Brandon Staley. Credit to the Chargers, though. Damn good football team. Found a way to win late when they had it won a few times. Steelers had this game lost, still found a way to come back and tie it up and almost win it. But as the final few seconds tick off, 3-2-1, and the Steelers lose. 41-37, your final score, 5-4 and 1 for the Steelers, with the tie to the Lions, of course, last week, and now 6-4 for the Chargers. Pittsburgh will be at Cincinnati next Sunday at 1 o'clock. I'll have live watch along reactions live here on YouTube then, but we'll get some final stats and scores here in a second. But if I'd have to guess, players of the game for NBC are going to be Justin Herbert, Austin Eckler, and one of the 2 receivers in Keenan Allen or Mike Williams, of course, who scored the game-winning touchdown. But no, the 4th and goal they decided to go for it on did come back to bite them in the ass, because you don't get it. You kick it there, well, you're only down a point with that other field goal you just kicked. And then all you have to do for the 5th time then tonight is get balls within field goal range for another game-winning kick in prime time. But they don't get to that point, and the Chargers beat the Steelers 41-37. But credit to Pittsburgh fighting their way to the finish, but just coming up short. I mean, like I said, this game was over numerous times tonight. They were down by 17 in the 4th quarter and tied it up before scoring 20 unanswered to take the lead at 37-34 before they lose by 4, 41-37. So they need T.J. Watt, they need Joe Hayden, they need Mick Fitzpatrick, no doubt about it, all to return sooner the better ASAP. Najee Harris returned tonight, so he'll be okay moving ahead. They finally went to the tight ends late to tie the game up. And Eric Ebron and Pat Freiermuth for 2 passing touchdowns. I don't get why they waited until this late, of course, to do it, but hey, at least it worked out for them. But once again, at the end of the game, go back to 3-game losing streak. Turnovers, the opposing teams and the Raiders, Bengals, and Packers capitalized and won, but they also, the Steeler defense, remember those 3 losses during the 3-game skid to start 1-3 before a 4-game winning streak in the tie last week against the Lions before losing their first since October 3rd here tonight in Sunday Night Football on the road again against the Chargers. So 2-2 on the road this year. They'll be on the road next week against the Bengals before returning home early December against the Baltimore Ravens. And then it's home away, home away, home away the rest of the year until the playoffs begin. Hopefully they get there. But they gave up big plays. One key big play late that cost them the game. And that's why they ended up losing. Bending but not breaking. Well, they broke once again. But they played their asses off once again, no doubt about it, here tonight. It was a Steeler home game away from home in Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium against the Los Angeles Chargers, to say the least. But as we've been, as always, waiting all day for Sunday Night Football, now Monday Night Football tomorrow night, so hopefully we're ready for some football then. But move on. Steelers go to the Bengals before returning home in 2 weeks against the Ravens. The schedule ain't getting any easier. They go to the Bengals. They get the Ravens at home. They go to the Vikings on a Thursday night 2 weeks before Christmas. And then a little bit of a mini bye, of course, before the Titans roll into the Steel City the Sunday before Christmas. Here we are the Sunday before Thanksgiving. They lose at the Chargers. But then after Christmas on the 26th in Kansas City, after New Year's, Cleveland, and then at Baltimore before the playoffs. And then Super Bowl 56, this very stadium on February 13th, also on NBC in the middle of the Winter Olympics as well. So from now until then, yeah, still a lot to figure out. A lot of football left to be played, no doubt about it. But tough loss. Just the Chargers had it won, the Steelers had it lost, and then it flipped because we were tied. The Steelers found a way to come back, and they were hoping to hold on there, but they gave up a big play, and you win some, you lose some. Very tough loss in the end for the Steelers, and the Chargers win 41-37. Herbert finished 30 of 41 for 382 yards passing, 3 touchdowns. Interception cost him for a minute, but he doesn't care about that. They won. And then Herbert on the ground also had 9 carries for 90 yards rushing. The AFC West, the Raiders are still playing all right, but not as good as they were when Gruden, of course, was still there earlier in the season before he was made out to be the scapegoat and had to resign. They've still played all right since then, but they've lost a few in a row now. The Broncos, and no, they're not really there. The West is going to come down to the Kansas City Chiefs, who have won 4 in a row, and the Chargers, who are now 6-4. After losing the Vikings last week, they beat the Steelers here tonight at home also on Sunday Night Football by 4, 41-37. They'll actually play, I believe it's the Thursday or the week before Christmas on a Thursday night. So that'll be a good game. But the Steelers, in the meantime, in the AFC North, as the Chiefs and the Chargers are atop the West, Pittsburgh drops the last place because Baltimore, Cleveland, and Cincinnati all won today. So Pittsburgh at 5-4-1. That tie with Detroit last week, who still hasn't won. They'll host the Lions on Thursday on Thanksgiving, of course. Cowboys host the Raiders, and the Saints will host the Bills as well Thursday night. But Pittsburgh with a loss, they basically lost 2 in a row because a tie is not a win, but a tie is not a loss either. But a tie is a tie, and it doesn't help you, especially when you go out and lose the following week. And, like I said, I get you're going to win some, you're going to lose some. You win some, you lose some. Yeah, no doubt about it. But it's just a tough loss for how they played early. Okay, they're up 3-0, and then they led 37-34 there for the first time since then. Both teams scored on their opening drives. It was 3-0, then 7-3 LA. And then after that, the Steelers decided to go for it on a 4th and goal when they should have kicked the field goal, and they didn't get it. Those 3 points came back to bite them because 41-40, okay, if they have that, all you have to do on that last drive is get Boswell in field goal range and kick game-winning field goal for the 3rd time in prime time here this year and win it, hopefully 3rd time's charm. But That didn't happen. That's when the game switched, though. When the Steelers went for it on 4th and goal and didn't get it, in my eyes at least, that's when the game changed. The Chargers took control after that, didn't look back, had full advantage. They led 17-10 at the half. And then they were up 24-10 and 27-10. Steelers in the 4th quarter were down 17 before they came back and tied it up at 34 with all game not being able to stop Justin Herbert, not being able to stop Austin Eckler in the run game, both in the run game, but then more so not Justin Herbert, of course, in the passing game because he's a fucking quarterback. He wants 400 passing yards and 100 rushing yards. What a game by Justin Herbert, no doubt about it, showing out on Sunday Night Football against a future Hall of Famer in Big Ben Roethlisberger. But then the Steeler defense, after not being able to make stops all night, this game was over numerous times. Numerous times they lost. And then they finally do lose in the end. In a game really, they should have won in the end, but they still should have deserved to lose because they had it lost before the defense finally made stops in the 4th quarter. Special teams stepped up. They had a blocked punt. They capitalized off of that. They had a rushing touchdown. They had 2 more passing touchdowns to both tight ends. Thank God they're finally getting them involved in this offense. It took them a little while, but it's getting there. The running game can still be better. But then settling for field goals and not kicking it on 4th and goal early sort of, came back to bite them. More so than not just settling for the last field goal because they couldn't move the ball further on downfield and score a touchdown on that. Just imagine they would have scored, 41-41. Had the field goal from earlier, 44-41. Anything goes in at that point, really. It does. As they wrap up post-game real quick here on NBC with their players of the game and a preview, of course, to next week, on Thursday night for Thursday Night Football on NBC on Thanksgiving with the Bills and Saints from the Superdome. But then Sunday Night Football next week being with 2 of the other 3 AFC North teams in the AFC North with the Browns and Ravens. I believe that game is from Baltimore. So that'll be an interesting matchup for Steeler Nation, of course, to watch because a week from then, Pittsburgh's going to host Baltimore, and then they still have to play the Browns and Ravens once again as well, early January. But still, in the end, a lot of football left to be played. Tough loss, no doubt about it. It sucks losing. Last week, I really didn't know what to think, tying, because a tie is not a win and a tie is not a loss. It's a tie. You didn't win, you didn't lose, you tied. But then, really in the end, it's still a loss because it doesn't count as a win, but it doesn't count as a loss either, but it still hurts you in the win-loss column as a tie because it's a tie, and, with the percentages of, whether it's a play-in factor to the standings on if you're even going to make the playoffs in that regard, home playoff game or away playoff game, so on and so forth. We'll see if that tie comes back and hurts Pittsburgh or not. But you can't tie and then go out and... they busted their ass, no doubt about it, in all phases. Offense, defense, special teams. It would have been another team win if they were able to come back and win it here on Sunday Night Football, but they weren't able to and they lose. But, just a tough loss. And you look ahead to the Bengals, but they won at the Raiders today, and Pittsburgh lost to both teams already this year back in September. So we'll see if they can split with the Bengals and then get into December with... If they can beat Cincy, they'd be 6-4-1. I was happy at what I say a couple weeks ago. If they can get to 6-3 before the Charger game, which they came a tie short of course, 5-3-1 with the tie of the Lions, I'd be happy. You go into the Charger game, toss-up, and it was. That's why I said earlier, I had no idea what to think on how this game would play out tonight. I still had no idea at the start of the game. I didn't. Because you tie last week, it's like, well, okay, is Ben going to play or not? And he does, and he showed out. Roethlisberger was 28 of 42. 28 of 44, excuse me, for 273 yards passing and 3 touchdowns. So 6 passing touchdowns total between these two quarterbacks. But then you look at it. The difference ended up being in the run game and not kicking the field goal when they had the chance to and deciding to go for it on 4th and goal from inside the 5 earlier in the game. Because Austin Eckler had, and the difference was the late touchdown as well from Herbert to Mike Williams. But Herbert's 2 passing touchdowns were both to Eckler, and then Eckler had 2 rushing touchdowns as well. Najee Harris had a rushing touchdown, but he only had 12 carries, 39 yards rushing. Okay, Eckler had 11 carries, 50 yards, and 2 scores. But he also had 6 catches, 65 yards receiving on top of it. So they need to get the backs more involved in the pass game, no doubt about it. But they deserve to lose, but in the end, they deserve to win, and then they end up losing. So that's why it stings. It sucks. It's a very tough loss, but they didn't play good enough to win to begin with. But they somehow found a way to come back and tie it up and hoping to win it there, but then they don't, and the Chargers do. So I'll leave it at that. Your final score, 41-37. I'm sure, there's thing or two here I'm totally missing out on, totally forgetting from here tonight. But I think I hit everything on the head from my point of view, from what I saw, from what I'm thinking, from what I've said all night, what I'm still saying. And thanks for your continued support. Thank you for tuning in and listening. Hopefully tune in next week as well. Steelers, Bengals, 1 o'clock on CBS. Just a tough loss. Tough loss for the Steelers. Because losing sucks. Losing sucks. They had this game lost, but then they had numerous chances to win it. And in the end, they don't. They lose. So 41-37, your final score. And the difference was, in my eyes, even with everything that happened, okay, you're down 17 in the 4th. You couldn't stop them. They're running all over you, picking you apart. Herbert, almost 500 total yards. Okay? There's 5 touchdowns and 2 field goals by the Chargers. And then the Steelers with 4 touchdowns and 3 field goals, with the difference in my eyes being, you go back to the 4th and goal. They should have kicked it. They should have kicked it. Because you have those 3 points, you're down by 1. And you don't have to drive and score a touchdown, even though Roethlisberger took a few sacks. Okay, well, at least you have a better chance to, even with the deficit, that you tied it up and took the lead, to still have a chance to win the game late, on the road, in prime time. Because in Boswell, if you would have got him in field goal range for the 5th time, he could have had a chance to win it again here tonight, to win it at that rate, 43-41. The overhit, Chargers didn't cover, though, as they're a 6-point favorite at home. They win by 4, 41-37, for anybody interested in that. But, just tough loss for the Steelers. They had this game lost a few times, but then they, in the end, they still lost, but they had a few chances to win it as well. But they lose by 4, the Steelers do. 41-37, your final score. As mentioned, Justin Herbert finished, what a game by the second-year quarterback out of Oregon. 30 of 41 for 382 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, an interception. He was sacked twice. Roethlisberger was sacked 3 times, so credit to both defenses as well. Defense bench doesn't break. It ended up being the Chargers. Herbert had 9 carries for 90 yards rushing. Eckler, 11 of 50 on the ground for 2 scores. And then Keenan Allen led the way. 9 catches, 112 yards receiving. Mike Williams, 5 catches, 97 yards receiving and a touchdown. So both teams, as Claypool came up 7 yards short, Williams 3, both teams almost had 2 100-yard receivers tonight. They both had 1 apiece, but they both almost had 2. But still all these stats. What, we had 2 total punts tonight, and one of them was blocked by the Steelers. It was a shootout. It turned into that, at least. It was an offensive showdown. What defense bends doesn't break, and it ended up being the Chargers, as you just mentioned. Keenan Allen, 9 catches, 112 yards receiving. Mike Williams, 5 for 97 and a touchdown. Austin Eckler had 6 catches, 65 yards out of the backfield, and 2 receiving touchdowns on top of his 2 rushing touchdowns on 11 carries, 50 yards as well. And then Donald Farmer Jr., 4 for 38 receiving. Jared Cook, 3 for 28. Guyton, 1 of 18. And Palmer, 1 for 17. And Trey McKitty 1 for 7. Roethlisberger, as mentioned, 28 of 44 for 273 yards passing, 3 touchdowns. Najee Harris, 12 carries, 39 yards, and a score. Also had 5 catches, 29 yards out of the backfield, but not enough. Not enough. Deontay Johnson, 7 catches, 101 yards receiving, and a touchdown. Claypool, 5 catches, 93 yards. Eric Ebron, 3 for 24. Najee Harris, 5 for 20, as mentioned. James Washington, 2 for 12. Ray-Ray McCloud, 2 for 12 as well. And then Pat Freiermuth, rookie out of Penn State, number 88, had 4 catches for 11 yards and a touchdown. Both receiving touchdowns, the tight ends were inside the 10-yard line. So that's why, of course, the short goal line situation there with the yardage really not working in their favor. But Johnson, Ebron, and Freiermuth all had receiving touchdowns from Roethlisberger. Najee Harris had a rushing touchdown, and then Boswell had 3 field goals when he should have had 4. And then if he would have had 4, they would have been in position, I thought, to drive, to have them, with everything else that happened, to get back into the game to tie it up, and then even take the lead at 37-34 to give them field goal range to win the game 43-41. But because they decided to go for it on 4th and short, 4th and goal actually earlier in the game, and didn't get it, that's what cost them, because that's when the game flipped. That's when the Chargers took control, took over, didn't look back before blowing a lead. The Steelers took a 3-point lead once again, 37-34. Their first and 3-0, but it was 27-10, and then 34-20, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, and then 37-34. Pittsburgh, after tying it up at 34 apiece because of a blocked punt and then an interception as well. Cam Hayward and Cam Sutton teaming up there. So Cam squared for a pick, and then they scored, tied it up at 34, and then they get a field goal on top of it. But then late in the game, go back once again to the 3-game losing streak. They gave up on defense a game-changing play that wins it for the Chargers, and it costs the Steelers another L, and they fall to 5-4-1 with the loss, losing by 4 on the road here tonight on Sunday Night Football. Your final score, 41-37. The Chargers beat the Pittsburgh Steelers as LA advances to 6-4, and they will next week, week 12, that'll begin on Thursday Night Football. The Chargers will be in Denver taking on the Broncos next Sunday afternoon. I would think they'll be able to win that game, but a lot of teams right now, as mentioned earlier, and hopefully Pittsburgh beats Cincinnati next week too. A lot of the teams in the NFL right now, here past midway point, there's a few that stand out, okay, that have 7, 8, 9 wins, but everybody else in the middle of the pack, 4, 5, 6 wins. And there's still a lot of football to be played. So we'll see what Pittsburgh can do next week on the road in Cincinnati. They did not win there last year on Monday Night Football before Christmas. That was, of course, after they started 11-0 and then lost 5 of 6 before being bounced in the first round of the playoffs in the wildcard round against the Cleveland Browns. So we'll see if they can go to Cincy and defeat the Tiger King himself and Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals next Sunday at 1 o'clock. And I'll have live watch-along reactions live right here on YouTube then. So be sure to tune in. But tonight, as always, thanks for tuning in and listening. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description below. And the Pittsburgh Steelers lose on Sunday Night Football. to the LA Chargers by a final score of 41-37. So that'll do it for myself, your host, Encyclopedia Sports, Coolhand Luke 96, live right here on YouTube. And as always, just want to say thank you for tuning in and listening. Hopefully you enjoyed. What a game. They found a way to come back and tie it up. They still lose in the end, but yeah, I don't get why it always has to be like this, but that's just how the Steelers play football. That's Pittsburgh Steelers football for you. It's always like this. Always on the ropes, whether they're leading or coming from behind and find a way to win or trying to hold on to win. Win, lose, or ties it last week and then lose tonight. As I bleed blue and white for Penn State, I bleed black and gold as well, and will until the day I die. As the Steelers are arguably one of the best franchises in NFL history. They have 6 Super Bowls for a reason. But here in the regular season, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. So how do they build off of this? Of course, moving ahead from now until the end of the month, next week, next Sunday afternoon at Cincy, end of December, end of the new year, to close out the regular season, and then into the playoffs. How do they build off of this? How do they, with TJ Watt, Joe Hayden, and Minka Fitzpatrick hopefully coming back as soon as possible, how do they get back to playing Steeler football? They'll be all right. They'll be okay. They'll pick up a few more wins by the end of the year. Just hopefully they make the playoffs. And, you know, for the most part, normally whoever's hot at the end of the year making a run in the playoffs is going to be hot in the playoffs and going to have a good chance to get to the Super Bowl. And we'll see if the Steelers can return to Los Angeles on Valentine's Day weekend. It'll be Sunday, February the 13th, Super Bowl LVI, Super Bowl 56 for anybody who does not know Roman numerals. But, you know, we'll see if the Steelers can return to LA and maybe pick up a win then and hoist their 7th Lombardi high in the air on the stairway to 7 and send number 7, Big Ben Roethlisberger, off into the sunset with his 3rd Super Bowl win. But I'll digress for the time being. That's a long ways away. It's a long ways away from now. Still have 7-8 games left in the regular season, if you want to count tonight. And then the playoffs, of course. But, yeah, tough loss. Tough loss for Pittsburgh. So I'll leave it at that. I've said my piece. If you're just not tuning in, you can go back and listen to it. But, yeah, just want to say thank you once again for tuning in and listening. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description below. And hopefully you'll tune in next weekend as well for more Culture Ball and NFL live watch-along reactions live right here on YouTube. I would think WWE Survivor Series is about over. I did not watch tonight. I'm going to watch tomorrow on a tape delay. So hopefully we'll tune in for those live watch-along reactions live right here on the YouTube channel as well, with NFL Monday Night Football, Giants, Buccaneers, and WWE Monday Night Raw as well. So that'll be tomorrow night, and then College Football and NFL next weekend once again as well. But tonight on Sunday Night Football, with one more game here to play in Week 11 tomorrow night, Monday night, with the Giants and Bucks, the Steelers lose on the road on Sunday Night Football against the LA Chargers. Once again, your final score: Chargers defeat the black and gold Pittsburgh Steelers from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Always up to no good on Sunday Night Football, 41-37. Thanks for tuning in and listening. As always, I'm your host, Encyclopedia Sports, Coolhand Luke 96. Always greatly appreciated. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description below. Chargers 41, Steelers 37.